NFL athletes. Like,
Yeah,
as
dude.
far as longevity, it's like
Well, yeah, 'cause
from
you-
like 18 to 30, maybe.
Well, you can't show any weakness. You got to get a
18.
woman in the prime of your life and be like, baby, who's more beautiful than me? And like, you have to just be on point every aspect of your life.
You
And
like pimps?
they're pretty bad people.
You loved the Deuce.
I did, dude.
You're
The
a big
Deuce,
fan of the pimps.
the Deuce is Iceberg Slim's autobiography. They base that. They fully base it off that because I'm like, there's so many parallel characters that are the same exact thing. It's Iceberg Slim, Top is the guy who's like a bald head, Sweet Baby Jones.
These all
Poison.
sound like black comics.
And
It's like Top Flight.
Sweet Baby Jones, Poison. Poison was a vice cop who was also a pimp. And it's, dude, when you get into the world of these guys, it's like, so the way you start off is like, you want a pimp, dude. He had a girlfriend. Like when he was younger, he was for everyone, dude. But then he had this girl he was dating, and he was like, "Baby, do you love me?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You would do anything for me, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I need you to start humping for me. I need some money." So he just like, and he was young. He was like 17. He went down and found this 40-year-old, and he's like, "Yo, there's a 15-year-old up there. If you give me $5, if you give me a fin, that's $5. You can." And this guy was like, awesome. He went upstairs and fucked his girlfriend.
In the 40s, that was a fin. That was a big deal.
A fin's a big number. So then the girl's dad found out instantly because he, like, the second guy was like, "You want to do what?" And he was like, "What?" That shipped to a reformatory. And then he came back at like 19. While he was away, he was listening like about like other pimps talk about their shit, it up like a sponge. And then he came out and he finally got. So the way you do it is you have to like, you need a bankroll and flash to attract women. But when you're starting out pimp, you don't have any of that. So you got to get a chick who like just a bottom dude. So like
You gotta fall in love.
So you got to get some vines. You got to get vines. So that's like
What are
your
vines?
threads. So
Okay.
you got to cop. The whole book was about him copping. He's like, "I needed some vines," and like you find a booster, you buy a stolen suit, and then you go into like a bar where like pimps and whores hang out, and like if a girl even looks at you, you have to be as icy as possible. So they're like, "What's up?" They try to see if you'll fuck them if you're a mark. And you're just like, "Get your stinking ass away from me." And then like the meaner you are to them,
The more you fall in love.
then you're like, "You need me." And then like, yeah, so then they kind of hop on your team. But the whole time they're trying to fuck you over and betray you and double cross and cross you.
Yeah, these are all retards.
Yeah, so he's like, dude, Iceberg Slim had a self-reported 175 IQ.
Yeah,
So,
I doubt it.
so
Self-reported? Yeah.
he said he got tested outside of jail. And they're like,
When does that stop? How high does it
he's
go?
up in like Einstein's range. So he was like, he said, like, I think he goes up to like 200. But he was saying that like
that makes sense. He sounds Jewish.
he got
Iceberg.
Iceberg Slim. He got tested outside at the joint, and they were like, "Holy shit!" He goes, "My IQ was 175. That white doctor couldn't even understand it." Blah blah blah. But he writes books. He's an author. Like he has a bunch of books out now. After the ancient age of 40, he started writing. Like he wrote his autobiography and then a bunch of crime books. But he, dude. So then you got to get this girl, and then she has a car, and he was like. It was a Ford, just a little Ford. You need a hog when you're a pimp.
You need a nice
Cadillac, dude.
Yeah, you
So
gotta
he
get a
was
Cadillac.
like,
Come on.
He like got in her car and he's like, "You got to sign this car over to me. I can't drive a car in some bitch's name." So she signs the car to him, and then she starts humping for you.
So wait. All pimps dress and act like that just to get
Just
bitches.
to get bitches to sell. Yeah, because you need flash to convince a hump for you.
You need to get flashy
You need
things.
flash, yeah. So you got to but in order to get flash, you need bitches to be humping for you. So it's kind of the pimp's paradox up front.
Yeah.
So you got to be a chili pimp for a while with just one.
Catch 69.
With one, exactly.
Yeah.
It is. So you got to be a chili pimp with one for a while, and you got to keep your foot in their ass, dude. Otherwise, they get lazy. You got to give them some drugs, but you can't be giving them gangster to smoke, dude, because that gets them lazy.
What's gangster? Okay.
So you usually try to get some bennies or something. Some not bennies, that'll make them lazy too. But you try to give them stimulants to get them like
Yeah.
hype. So then when you have one, this is what he said. He had one, but she was just being, dude. She wouldn't like imagine laying down in bed with your girlfriend. Like, you get like maybe like an argument before bed. Not even an argument. She was like, "I missed you, baby. I love you so much, daddy." And like you're laying in bed with her and you just chuck her an elbow in the gut and you're like, "You don't love me. I don't love you. I'm a pimp and you're a blah, blah." And it's like,
I do that every night. That's how I go to bed every night.
that was he would come in and she'd be like, "Hi, daddy." And he would just slap her and be like, "Don't look at me,
That's how I
bitch."
am with my dog.
You
When I sleep,
pimp your
When I
dog?
sleep at my girlfriend's house, the dog like lays between us, and he and I just slap fight the entire night. He's pushing me, I'm elbowing him.
Dude, it's literally all at all times. You can't let him think like you can't you have to be as icy as possible.
Yeah.
So he's like talking. He gets to this other town and starts talking to like older pimps. Like he's like, "I can't get my bin line. I have no money left." So this guy was like, "Take a wire hanger and braid it together, and whip her with it." And he was like, "That'll get her humping." So he like whips she goes, and it worked like a charm, dude. It's crazy. Then the trick, when you have one, the trick you do is you get her, you whip her with a wire hanger, get her in line, and then she'll have like a record-breaking day. You save up 2 days worth of her, and then go to Western Union and wire yourself money and pretend you have another in the whorehouse. And so you have this phantom, and you're like, yo, she's sending me double what you're making. Then the girls naturally start competing with other girls.
Nice.
Then the girl will start turning on. Now, like, you have a making you money. She finds you another. But once you have like 3, then you're rolling around with everyone. You just like you're like a magnet, and they all start flocking. A good pimp can have like 10 at a time. Other than that, it's just
chaos.
Chaos. Dude.
After 10, that's too many bitches.
I mean, you're pimping way too hard. You got to stick them for fast scratch, dude, and just you can't keep holding them forever. You stick them for fast scratch and keep moving, dude. I'm listening to this just like, and anytime I'd be doing the dishes and like take my headphones off and listening to it, and Brittany would say something to me, and I'd be like, oh, I want to talk like a pimp so bad to her. I called her my baby. He was just like, I'll punch you in the face if you call me that again. I was like, oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, you would think with that 170 IQ, he could have come up with that, whipping them with a wire pretty quick.
I mean, the pimp game's totally separate, though. You need some old school dude to pull your coat, dude. So you need
someone to pull your
Sweet
coat.
Jones. You need Sweet Jones to pull your coat, dude. It's just that the whole time. Dude, it's so. I'm trying to see if I can pull up just an expert of it. It's so funny. It's just this nonstop.
Sweet. I copped a beautiful yellow tonight. I got her humping on the track with my girls. Sweet, is crazy about me. I know I'll hold her for years. He said, Slim, a pretty nigga and a white hoe are just alike. They both will get in a stable to wreck it. They'll leave the pimp on his ass with no. You gotta make 'em hump hard and fast. Stick 'em for long, scratch quick. Slim, pimping ain't no game of love. Prat 'em and keep your swipe out of 'em. Any sucker who believes a hoe loves him shouldn't have fell out of his mammy's ass. Slim.
Dude, that's absolute gospel.
I agree.
Coming from Sweet Baby Jones.
Their names really, really bother me.
Dude, the way the world of
So
becoming a
fucking
pimp
stupid.
is so funny to me, dude. Because it's like you got it. You're just literally it's like you're in like an RPG.
Yeah.
You got to find the elder pimps and be like, yo, man. That took him to talk to that guy. Took him like talking to 3 other guys. You got to get cut into someone.
Yeah.
So if I want to meet you, I'd be like, yo, cut me into Shane. But I got to like do it in a way with another pimp where I'm telling the other pimp like he's the man, but like I do want to talk to you. Like, dude, it's crazy. Dude, I love it.
Yeah, I
mean, it's really bad.
It's funny that
horrible.
It's funny that their names have black people giving themselves nicknames has carried over to present day.
Well, no, they don't give them. Their nicknames I think come from other people because he took Iceberg.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure the same thing with the comics too.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
someone else was like, "Hey, that was a great set, Marcus. We're gonna start calling you Top Flight." It's crazy.
Stick 'em hard and fast.
Do you stick them hard and fast?
Dude, I'm only as sweet as the paper, dude. I'm as sweet as a scratch, no sweeter.
I heard that.
That's it, dude.
What do you think about Pizzagate? I had enough pimp talk.
I watched that.
You watched somebody shared
Whole
a
thing.
Pizzagate documentary on the
Yep.
Reddit, which, by the way, we now have 70 subscribers, which I'm a little disappointed in.
While you're over the
I
69.
wanted to stick with that 69.
It was nice. We have the screenshot of 69.
Yeah.
I just want our nation to grow. But yeah,
True.
I watched that whole thing, and that was my
So you watched the Pizzagate
whole
documentary.
thing. Finished it today. Yeah.
What happened in it? I didn't watch it.
It just goes off on like how the Comet Ping Pong or whatever it's called, Comet Pizza and Ping Pong in DC.
Oh, okay.
How that guy's like listed it. The guy who owns that shop is like he's gay, and his like Twitter is just like.
Well, that's all I needed to know, dude. He's definitely, if he's gay, he's definitely raping kids.
His Twitter is just like weird. It's like a weirdly sexual. Well, he'll have like a guy laying there with like a slice of pizza over his, and then like it is. The guy's a weird dude for sure. Then they have like how they're all tied into that lady who was doing like the satanic masses and like spirit cooking, where you like you get menstrual blood and cum, and maybe, and you like drink it as part of like, a sacrifice. This lady was doing them, and then she was doing like it's like mock cannibalism where they'd make like it was like imagine if you cooked and made it look like it was like edible food, but you made it like as hard as humanly possible to look like a real person. So she would host dinners where like you would eat, but it was like a person basically.
Okay.
And these were the people that like Hillary and Podesta were hanging out with from like the WikiLeaks emails.
Damn.
So it's weird. And Lady Gaga hangs out with her. A lot of celebrities hang out with this lady who's a weird performance artist. But, and that's still, it's like, eh. And they go into this guy. And
so when are they kids?
The kids are getting raped. I mean, the kids are getting raped. Oh, then there's that other guy who, I forget his name, but he had this thing called Pleasure Island, and it was a guy that both the Clintons and Trump, Epstein, they would hang out with. And yeah, he definitely got busted with underage girls.
Getting some kids.
There was a lady in, where was it? There was a lady in Cuba who got hit with the Haiti. There was a lady in Haiti who got caught trying to steal like 42 kids out of Haiti. And then Hillary like sprung her out of like the prison she was in. There's a lot of weird. But then the end of it is just like all these movies were like, and then another reference to pizza in this movie. It's like they even use the Ninja Turtles.
I was just gonna say
they even use the Ninja Turtles because they reference like DC's tunnel system, and they just like, and this is a tunnel system, and they're like, you're thinking they're gonna say like, and no one knows it goes on down there, and they're like, eventually they fix it up and they do modern art exhibits, but think about the Ninja Turtles, how they're in the tunnels and they get cheese pizza. And they come and they're like, like the turtles throw up the pie and they cut it up and it all fall like a slice falls on everyone's plate. The guy goes, "Doesn't pizza come pre-sliced? Why do they got to cut it up?"
True, very true.
That's where they lost me when I was like,
the Democrats are raping kids.
Then there was like they did a thing on Bob Saget about there was actually a funny anecdote about Bob Saget. He was talking about like. It was so obviously spliced together at first when he's talking about like just like child rape. Like, it was like if someone took this podcast and was just like, these guys definitely
it would not be hard to piece that together.
So he had something like that on him. But then he told a story on Opie and Anthony where he was saying how like sometimes he had to do scenes where he was talking to like literally what looked like a style. Just they used it for blocking for cameras. So like for the eye line, you'd look at a doll and pretend it was Mary Kate and Ashley or whatever one it was. And they meanwhile they'd be in school like on a trailer on set. So Bob was like, "Dude, I don't want to talk to this doll. I don't want to talk to this doll." And then like they're like, "You have to do it. You have to do it for blocking." So like when the producers weren't around in front of the crew, he'd grab the doll and he pretended to fit and he'd have it in bed and be like, "Come here, Mary Kate."
Oh my god! Well, that's just funny.
He'd be the doll, and then the mom came in of Mary Kate and Ashley and was like, "You know what? They can see you on a screen."
Oh my god!
So they like had a thing on Bob Saget. Keanu Reeves was in a movie where like. They're talking about like child rape, and at one point he was like, "I even bought you pizza," and they're like, "See, why pizza?" And it's
why
like,
pizza?
That's
dude?
what everyone eats.
Why pizza?
It's just like there's definitely child rape. The guy who owns Comet Pizza and Ping Pong is weird for sure.
Yeah.
But he's also listed as one of the top most influential men in Washington, which that's kind of weird. But I don't know, dude. I hope Trump busts the child string, dude. He promised to.
I hope Trump rolls.
Apparently, there's a thing where people think Trump has Hillary on secret house arrest right now. Because Hillary's wearing an air cast on her leg, but it's really hiding a...
You think Trump's got her arrested?
He's got her secretly arrested.
You think he locked her up?
Yeah, just on secret house arrest.
She's on double secret probation.
Yeah. So that's another hot theory.
That's nice.
But there's the Pizzagate Part 2 is they have a theory that like all these child stars, like even like Bruce Willis and Macaulay Culkin, they have like things where they like are on like interviews, like where you and I are. I kind of do this naturally. Like I'm like, ooh. But they'll like Bruce Willis will look at you in the eye and be like, and the people are just like, what the fuck? And it's happened to a lot of child stars as they got older in interviews, and no one's ever talked about it.
What?
Where they just will be like literally like talking to you and just be like, and then like the guy who was like hoobada 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 to you.
Oh yeah.
And then the interviewer was like, huh? And then Bruce will like snap out of it, and they think it's like MK Ultra to where like they were raping them as child stars and then dosing them out on like tons of LSD.
Was Bruce Willis a child star?
I don't know. I mean, he was young enough. I mean, if you hit Hollywood at 17, you're a kid, dude. They come and get you.
Well, that
it was funny. Imagine Bruce Willis as like a 6-year-old bald kid, just like, hey, come here. Like, God, that bald kid's fine.
What do you think about Kanye, dude?
I love that, man.
Kanye and Trump.
Oh, have you been following that on Twitter?
Not recently.
I don't follow.
I haven't the last 2 days.
I'll check his tweets here and there. The funniest part is when you go to the people fighting below his tweets, because it'll just be like a white guy being like, "Hey, yeah, so proud of you, Kanye. If you need any more information on conservatism, bro, I can hook you up." And then someone like Kanye's not even. I'm like, I wish Kanye was black. And then like a white guy being like, "Kanye is black." And the lady's like, "Name one Kanye song." And this like old guy got into it. And he was like, or like name a Kanye album, and he was like, Gold Digger, and they're like, that's a song, you idiot. And they start fighting, and it's like, Jesus.
You couldn't Google that?
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
he was on the internet.
He did say like high school dropout, then he said gold digger, and then they're like, he's like, I did name the album, but I named the track that's my favorite song. Dude, it's like idiots fighting each other.
Yeah, of course.
Over this. It is funny that it's racially perplexing to these people who are like, Kanye's is a genius. You don't understand. Then he starts hitting you with a signed MAGA hat, and you're like, I call this guy a genius. Fuck.
Yeah.
But what was that you pulled up? What was that guy? Who was that guy freaking out?
Oh, that was some TMZ.
Ugh.
I guess Kanye was at TMZ.
Yeah,
and another black dude gave him a good talking to.
Well, TMZ put out
This is the life I live every day, brother.
Well, TMZ put
I was a slave, brother. The cops try to beat my ass every day, brother. And Yeezy's just sitting there like, oh, man.
He's like, I love you. I love that dude.
Yeah,
He's like, I love you. I love you so much.
My favorite thing is when somebody gets a camera in their face, like the dude who lectured Kanye. He was like, this is my moment.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this is 400 years of oppression, brother. Just Hulk Hogan out.
But it's like, okay, no, for sure. The thing is like, yeah, dude, slavery was fucked up. And it's like, what does this have to do with Kanye and Trump, dude? How does this all boil down?
I had to Google, because everybody's always like, he's so homophobic and all that. Literally,
Trump?
Yeah, like I had to Google last night. I was like, Trump homophobic. Like, what has he done?
Yeah.
What has Trump done that was homophobic?
I think it's just banning, when he did the transgender military ban.
Which didn't take effect. He just tweeted that.
And it's also like, dude, if you're trans, I could see why you're bummed out. If you were on the front lines, like in firing squads, and they're like, yo, we're not gonna let trans up there, you'd be like, okay,
Yeah, that works
cool,
for me.
thanks, that's pretty
You
chill.
want to be in the trenches next to that? They're shooting guns at me. This is not fair.
Like, actually, it's a sign of freedom and power.
Yeah, that's one thing that's funny, because when I Googled Trump homophobic,
Yeah.
which I was searching, I guess this guy.
That's a 2 a.m. search, dude,
That
with
was
his lizard
yeah.
eyes. Like, I gotta.
Well, I can't figure it out, because why he keeps getting called homophobic.
I mean, he's everything right now. Once you're one thing, you're everything now. So if you're like Muslim travel ban, you hate transgenders.
He's definitely a moron.
He's
but it's like-
not a moron though, dude.
Well, he is.
I think he's levels. I think he's leagues beyond, dude.
No, I think
No way, dude. He's functioning in like absolute most shark infested waters.
Sure, he's definitely not stupid.
If a moron
As a
was in there,
person.
it would be even worse.
But what he's saying most of the time is extremely idiotic.
Oh, he's a fuck dude. He gets people
He
hyped
can't
up.
talk.
He's good at talking.
He's very poor at
He's-
speaking.
He's very good at hitting
He's
buttons.
a poor speaker.
What is he? What is an example?
Just
Not.
I
I'm
mean,
not doing that. I hate my
literally
girlfriend
pull up-
does that
I
to me.
could-
She's like, "When did I name one thing?" And it's
Okay,
like,
look at my African American over there. Look at him.
Yeah.
Isn't he great? I mean, I could go
but
on
he's
for
70.
hours.
He's 70.
Yeah, but he's a poor public speaker.
He said, "Look at my African American over
Yeah,
there."
there was a black dude at a rally. He's like, look at my African American over there. Look at him. He's he's
I think he's good at.
a con man who's tapping into whatever white trash wants to hear.
Yeah. But now he's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize for
I hope
uniting
so.
South
That
and
would
North
make me so
Korea.
happy. I mean, I want him to do well, and I think it's funny when he does well. Like when Kanye half endorsed him.
What,
Like
in the
Kanye
very
was-
beginning?
When Kanye, no, right now.
Kanye has a signed MAGA hat, dude.
Yeah, but his whole thing is he's like, love people you hate.
Yeah.
Like that's actually what he's trying to say.
True, yeah.
But it's also like that makes me happy because it just anything good that Trump does or has going for him makes me laugh. Because
Thanks,
of
Kanye.
How
Very
many people
cool.
are like he's a homophobic monster? He's
I know.
racist. He's gonna kill us all.
Yeah, it's
It's like
crazy.
no, he's a president.
Yeah.
He's a dipshit.
He's a
but
businessman.
he's just a psycho.
Yeah.
But it Jesus, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I hope
I'm
he
waiting
gets
for
the Peace
Kanye. I
Prize.
hope Kanye's new album is so good. It's funny
It's
too.
terrible so far. I
Really?
mean, he's released some tracks about this.
What are the songs like?
There's
I
one-
love everybody.
There's one that's him and T.I. rapping back and forth about the conversation about what's happening right now.
That's tight.
It's so bad.
Yeah, but you got to understand me,
Exactly.
though. Yeah, I know. But you
It's-
got to
He's like,
understand.
you gotta understand where
T.I.
you're
will
coming
do
from,
anything
bro.
right
I
now
know.
to get famous, dude. He's tried everything. Imagine if you featured on his album and then he pulled the signed MAGA hat and you're like, "What? Come on, man!" Like that's silver bullet in rap world. Being a rapper and be like, "I love Donald Trump."
It is so funny.
Unless you could come at as like a place of ignorance and like people will be like, "Fair." Like if you're Future and you're like, "Grab her by the like Donald," people are like, "Future's sick." But
Yeah.
if you're like, He's all right. They're like, phew, you
It's also funny for people to be like, if a rapper endorses Donald Trump and then their fans are like, he's racist and homophobic and sexist. It's like, have you ever listened to rap? Have you ever listened to rap, you fucking idiot?
That's true.
It goes back to that white chick that was like, I saw this bearded hipster at patriarchy, but at least he was listening to Biggie.
Yeah.
That was his one redeeming quality.
It's like,
Have you listened to Biggie? Have you listened to rap?
that was funny. When I used to work in my brother's taco truck, we had this girl in there, and she was like, I love Neil Young. I love Neil Young. All this I love the Flaming No, she was saying I love the Flaming Lips. And then we're playing the Flaming Lips, and she was like, oh my God, what is this? Shut this off. And my brother was like, that band you love, Flaming Lips. And she was like, yeah, what? I never heard this album. It's like, it was like the most famous album.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, and the one girl had a Neil Young t-shirt, same thing. She was like, what song is this? And he's like, that from
Heart
Guys.
of Gold?
Yeah, he's like, that
like
guy.
Harvest Moon?
You know that shirt you're wearing, that
Yeah.
band that you love?
Yeah, that's... but
I'm happy for that. Shania Twain got in trouble.
what'd she say?
So she's a Canadian. I didn't know she was a Canadian.
What's that saying?
So someone asked her, like, Shania, who would you have voted for in the American election? She was like, Donald Trump. And then
Everyone's like, Shania Twain hates black people.
Everyone freaked out. She was like, I'm sorry, the question took me off guard. I didn't know this. That's so funny that she just blurted that. And someone was probably like, oh, shit.
Just drove past this. It's like Shania Twine. There's a billboard headed up north.
People were mad at her?
No, it's a
knockoff?
There's a cover Shania Twain that's like Shania Twine.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's great.
That's a great career.
She should be. Wait, what's the lady's name?
Shania Twain?
Yeah, it should be Sharia Twain, dude. She should be just a devout Muslim.
Well, the other lady got in
Sharia
trouble.
law.
Who was that actress that got in trouble because she refused to go to Israel to pick up her award? It was an Israeli actress, totally famous.
Gal Gadot.
No.
Wonder Woman.
Think about like older than that actress. I'm gonna pause and
It's
find
gonna
out.
be tough to figure out a Jewish famous.
It was Natalie Portman. We're back, by the way. Yeah, Natalie Portman, and they were like, she's from Israel, maybe it's one of them. But she basically said, like, I don't feel comfortable from like what you guys have been doing over here. I don't even want to come into Israel. And they were like, that's anti-Semitic. And she's like, I'm Jewish. When you go ultra-lib, you become an anti-Semite. That's the final frontier.
I Googled Sharia Twain.
Did you?
Yeah, it's been done several
Really?
times. Yeah.
That sucks.
There's actually one that's pretty funny here that's instead of Barbie doll, you know the song by Aqua? It's a Muslim. I'm hijabi girl in a Western world. Life Islamic. It's fantastic.
Is this a serious thing?
Come on, Donald. Let's go, Donald. Ban me. That's pretty funny.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. I think that is the ultimate left-wing thing to be.
Well,
it's anti-Semitic. Eventually, you reach the level of like Israel is the devil.
Well, it's exactly when you're like a white chick with a master's degree and like.
Yeah.
When you like mastered in
you
mastered in studies, dude, and they're like, you joined like a front line of like black trannies in the inner city, and you're like, yeah, we're against these guys, and like, yeah, we're against the Israeli state. And you're like some white chick, you're like, okay, yeah, we're against that, yeah.
I'm sick of the Israelis.
I'm sick of what they've been doing. Those Israelis have been in the Middle East for a long time.
The Middle East was doing fine until the Jews showed up.
Yeah, dude, that's like, and that's where it goes. I think it's because like if you're like a young black chick, you can be like, yeah, the Jews in Palestine, and everyone's like, yeah, fuck yeah. If you're a white chick saying it, people are like, this is getting kind of weird. Yeah. Everyone starts getting a weird deja vu, and they're like, we've been here before.
Yeah, what happened last time? Oh, yeah, we were talking about the Germans.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
I was listening to this other audiobook.
Oh, yeah, talk about that.
Oh, my. I mean, this one, Thomas Sowell. He was another guy from, like, I think the 40s,
Matt's really
50s.
getting into his white supremacy right now.
No, I'm not. This isn't white supremacy. This is the black guy's theory.
Yeah, but this
is a Harvard. This is a fellow at the Hoover Institute think tank.
People would call an Uncle Tom.
People would call him that, and he would just spite you, dude. You know why? Why would it? What's whiter than telling a black guy he can't educate himself?
He and Uncle Tom.
What's whiter than telling a black guy not to educate
dude. I'm
himself?
sick of
dude.
Israel, and I'm sick of Uncle Tom's. No,
Dude,
this is
this guy's theory. So he's like
a black genius.
This guy he came from Harvard, I think in the 40s. He was the only person in his family to go above 7th grade.
So kind of the opposite of Iceberg Slim here.
The absolute
40s.
Iceberg Slim passed him at one point and just punched him in the gut. And Thomas was like, oh, I got to go on my studies. And this guy went to Harvard first person in his family not even to graduate the 7th grade, went to Harvard, studied economics, and then just started writing like books. And he grew up like a not a communist, but he was like into that like socialist. Mm-hmm. And then he was like that was that's how I felt because where I came from and everything. And then he like started reading data as an economist, and he was just like, "Oh man, none of this." He started studying history, and it's like it just debunked all my. So then he has a theory that he formulated. The book's called Black Rednecks, White Liberals, and I'm still kicking it around because it's pretty crazy.
Do you have it on Audible or on?
I do, but there's not. I have an Audible, so I'm listening to it, and it's like
that's one I want to read, dude. I want to read a good.
I'll send it to you, dude.
Anti-black guy book. Give me it.
He's not. He's against. He thinks that. Well, here's his theory. His theory is that like ghetto, hip hop, black, whatever popular black culture, whatever you want to call it. He was like, he thinks it stems from an area in the outskirts of England, Northern Ireland, and Scotland, which was like back in I think the 1700s, 1600s. There was an area in that little part of Europe that was just out of the English's control, and it was like a bunch of like nomadic, just wandering, like like ancient white trash, and they never fell under rule. And he studied like their speech patterns, all this stuff, and apparently like those people back then would say like "I be going," "I be here," like it's like almost there's a lot of correlation between that and modern day Ebonics. So that group of people settled the South mainly and like Western Pennsylvania, which is pretty funny. Which is like if you look at those areas now, it's like they came from it was like patient zero white trash. And that other book I read, White Trash, backs that up because they took the poorest, shittiest people and sent them first to America, figuring like they'll till the soil and then we'll come once it's nice.
So it's white trash bodies will fertilize the land once they.
So like so far it kind of checks out, but his whole idea is that so then you have these people down south and that black slaves sucked up this poor white trash culture that originated in like northern England or whatever the fuck was. And then that kind of morphed into what is black culture today. And he cites examples as like even like the preacher men back then. It was Southern guys who'd be like, "And the Lord said, amen," like that over animated type. And he gives like a bunch of examples, but it's like it's interesting to think about because and it's like he's like look at the West, like look at like African people who come here, people from the Caribbean who like it was like
Well, sure, it's not Ebonics is not genetic.
Yeah.
I mean, so it came from something.
But then you listen to Iceberg Slim's book and you're like, but the shit he came up with was so funny. The words and so that's like, he's like, it's not the, that's not the whole thing, but his thing was basically saying like the aversion to education, basically. That came from, I mean, any poor people really, but he was saying like notoriously those people who came from that area would scoff. If you were to read books, they'd be like, "You're a fuck." Yeah. So now, like, and then he's like, that's what he thinks haunts American black people because, like, it's like an inescapable trap. It's like you can't get educated because your whole culture is geared towards being like, "That's dumb. You're playing the white man's game," and he's just like, "This has to stop. It's retarded."
Wow. Can't believe you just said that.
That's Thomas Sowell, man. That's his theory. That
seems pretty racist, what you just said.
When I say it, it is. But, dude, it's so funny that he's just like a unicorn, dude. He's just like a super scion black nerd. And he just published his book, and these white guys were... He stopped, I think, going on speaking circuits because he was getting co-opted by, like, conservative people.
Of course.
To the point where he was just like, man, this.
Yeah, I mean, if...
They were loving it, dude.
If you put something out that's like, black people have a problem, white people are going to jump all over that and be like, see, told you, even a black guy says it.
He backs it up with, like hard numbers, dude. And then, people, they say, like, well, blah, 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 so...
How does he give hard numbers on Ebonics? Is he like, they said, yo, 10 billion times.
He'll be like, we be, I be there, and he's like, look up the speech patterns, those are the things back in that area with, like, written text, and then, like, I mean, he goes So
uneducated people struggled to conjugate things.
Yeah, but it's like, exactly, but it's the same ways, though.
Yeah.
And then he goes into like the whole way of being super over animated at church. He was like that came from that area.
So this all comes from Irish white trash.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. That's the death blow.
Yeah. To
be like, yeah, but a lot of this comes from like because then like that explains why African people come here and they're like, "The f you guys doing?" And then even like when people would come in from like the Caribbean. They were before like North Koreans or Koreans, not North Koreans. I can't really get out, but like when Koreans would come to the ghetto. And be like a middleman minority, like that's someone who deals between two populations that are kind of at odds and like kind of profits off it. It was the Caribbean, like they were saying, like back in like Harlem in like the 70s, it would be like the Jamaicans had all the shops and shit. It was just like because they came up in a different culture.
Sure.
So it's pretty crazy. It's a wild theory, but it's like you think about it, you start thinking about it, you're like, And he also goes, and this is where like it gets real murky.
I try not to spend a lot of time thinking about why black people are the way they are.
I mean, this is fascinating,
That makes you shouldn't do that.
It's
You
fascinating.
gotta just let it go, dude.
Did you ever? So he goes into talking about
You
the
gotta never think about why people are the way they are.
I bring it up to Brittany,
You're so
dude.
racist.
I'll start spinning this off to my girlfriend's black. I've said it 100 times, and I'll like start spinning this off to her, and she'll listen, and go, I don't want to talk about this anymore because I'm like, because apparently, and this is what he said. There was like in the North, there was black people getting elected to public office, and like in like Detroit, they're in like where the constituency wasn't. It was mostly white. And they were still like the racial relations were pretty good 100 years after slavery. They weren't that. I mean, there's probably fucked up if you get like stories and stuff. But he was like, they were going okay in the North. And then there was just like a teeming population of just like super ghetto black people in the South who were just living with poor, shitty white trash down there. And they were just totally at odds. And they were like, well, for the South, we're going to the North where opportunities are. So like sometime in like the 30s and 20s, like Detroit had like it was like 5,000 black people. Then like 1942, there was just like 50,000 black people who came from the South, and there's like excerpts from journals of like black people being like, "Dude, I don't know where these guys." And he's like, "That was the cracker culture coming up. It's not black people. It was like that poor, shitty cracker culture that came up to all the cities."
So technically, he's blaming the white man.
More or less, yeah. He's not. No, he doesn't blame anyone. He just says
course,
like,
but he's
these
saying,
are
like,
things that like those countries eventually stamped out like that shitty culture. But like he's like for some reason in the United States, like with the legacy of slavery and like the racial divisions, it won't get.
Here, I have an excerpt from his book right here.
Do you?
Yeah. The reason we indignant is because they was being indignant first.
No, dude. Thomas Sowell is a scholar and a gentleman.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But he was like, and that's when you
wanna
see
hear
like
it.
Remember the Titans, and it's like, well, that was down south, but like those books where it's like a mean white family, and it's like really bad. But what they leave out is like, imagine one day if there was just imagine Asians were just wiling out, dude. And one day in Philadelphia, there were just 50,000 more Asians who were just so off the hook, and you're just like, dude, where are these guys coming from?
That's what happens when I walk down to Drexel. I come down on the campus, I'm like, holy.
And his whole thing is like detached. He's always like, yeah, like obviously people, if you go anecdotal, like there was really fucked up people did, but he's like, there's black people too being like, we've never seen, like their examples are like eating on the subway. He's like, people are like on the trolley, people like eat like full dinners. I'm like, I do that sometimes.
Yeah. Any knock I've ever heard of against black people, I totally am the same thing.
I know.
Every single negative stereotype. Although I am quiet.
Well, you're Western PA, dude.
I'm quiet in the movie theater, but other than that,
Are you? I'll.
just about every stereotype against black people, I also.
You also do.
Yeah.
They're pretty unanimous.
Yeah.
That's the most evil one is pinning certain foods against
I
black.
know.
Because I was like with my
fried chicken,
or just watermelon. The one time I
They're
was
so good.
I was at work, and some guy was like from a restaurant across
They
the
do
street.
love sweet treats, though.
That's true.
Black people
That's true.
love sweet
I think they
treats.
process sugar better than white people.
I don't
but-
think they do. They get diabetes.
Yeah,
like
but they eat so
crazy.
much though, dude.
Yeah, that's why they get crushed by diabetes.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. If I eat one pack of Skittles, I'm down for the count, dude. They can
Well,
eat like
you can get
four.
used to it.
They'll
No.
eat four and get diabetes.
White trash can crush soda, though.
That's true.
White trash crushes soda.
That's true. There's something as you shed your white trash, your sugar tolerance drops too.
Yeah.
It's really as soon as you stop eating sugar for like a month, your body's like, all right, enough.
My eyes itch so bad.
You got the allergies.
Oh my god, my
But
allergies
this-
suck.
But the funniest part is about how he said how Western Pennsylvania, like they always say, like between Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh is like Kentucky.
Yeah, it is.
So what happened was all this shitty white trash from the South, which apparently white trash is a racist term. Someone told me one time. I'm like, shut up. And then,
People get mad. I say white trash all the
People-
time on
no,
stage,
people say-
and sometimes people get upset.
but there's people who will say, there's white people who will get mad at you for saying white trash on the behalf of minorities because they're like, well, how come you don't say black trash? And it's like,
Oh, I never heard that.
they'll say
argument.
like you saying white trash means that like white people who have a lower economic class aren't really white people, they're trash. And it's like, yeah, watch Honey Boo Boo. It's like whatever the f- you want to call that.
Yeah.
that they're that.
Dude,
You can
I
call
just
them- you
can't.
can call
I'm
them-
just thinking in my head of white trash just crushing soda. Dude, crushing soda is the grossest.
You ever see someone walking around like a personal 2-liter, just
Yeah,
carrying
it's
it,
just
just slugging
crazy.
it, dude? Of like Tahitian treat, it's like holy.
If I have one thing of soda, it's so good. Just having a nice glass of.
Well, it
Like,
depends
if
what
you
I'm
get,
doing.
like, dude, if I get a Mountain Dew, it's so good.
Ew, dude.
I'm telling you,
Because
dude,
you're from Western PA.
have a Mountain Dew. It's delicious. But
No, I'll
if I
puke.
was crushing 2 liters of Mountain Dew, like that's
It's like me
just
telling you to
insane.
eat a pack of Warheads. You'd be like, ew, dude, no.
True, I hate Warheads.
Dude, so this guy was saying that like all these.
Wait, you'd think you would not like?
I hate Mountain Dew.
When's the
Mountain Dew
last time you
tastes
had it?
disgusting. I sipped some Code Red not long ago, dude.
All right,
and that
Code
was-
Red's disgusting.
I
I'm
like
talking classic.
I like
Dew.
root beer, dude. I love lemon
Ice.
lime, bro. That's
It's
true.
so good.
No, okay, I'll give you classic
Look,
Dew.
I will say this. In my mind, I think it's gross. Like when I think of soda, I'm like, it's kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, when you have a nice tall
A frosty glass.
fountain soda.
See, I can
of
do
Mountain Dew.
ginger ale and root beer. Those two I can have like a glass of, but I have to be eating a heavy
I don't
meal
like
with
root
it.
beer.
Oh, bro, if you give me like a hot roast beef with some root beer,
Actually, I mean that's delicious.
so good. But so this guy was saying that Western Pennsylvania, so it's serious white trash because they would have these people from the South try to come up to like Philadelphia and like the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
And then the people who are rich, who are already there, were like, look, we'll buy your house for double what it's worth. They're like, just go out towards like out there or whatever they called it back then,
Towards
like Western
Harrisburg.
PA. Yeah, they go towards Harrisburg.
Walk
and they
towards
use
Pittsburgh
they
and then
use the
just stop.
wall of just rowdy white trash to buffer them against the Indians. So they went out and just found Indians and were like, you guys, and they just started clashing and
White
fighting.
tra- even the 1800s, they had
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. They're like,
So that's like, you see people in Western PA, their grandfathers fucked up some Indians, dude. Not long ago either, dude. I'm talking
No.
like 1920.
no, more
Well,
than that.
whatever.
In Pennsylvania.
1800s.
Yeah.
Went and bucked up some Indians, dude.
It was longer than that in PA.
Whatever
PA
it
got
was.
settled a long time ago.
But that was the boys who came in. They were just buffering them around. Whenever Indians were like in Ohio,
You got to clear out some Indians, though.
you
I'm
got
alright with clearing out.
Yeah, but you got to use the absolute. People were doing the do
Look,
back
I'm gonna
then.
say this, of
People
all
that was
the-
a Mountain Dew commercial
That
back
was.
then.
Of all the horrific genocides in human history, I can handle the Native Americans
Can you?
getting brushed off the land.
You like that one?
I'm all right with that one.
Okay.
Bunch of dudes with Mountain Dew coming up and be like, these people this land.
That must have been wild, dude.
Well, it's funny. It's such a weird double standard to have. I mean, I get it if you are like, I can't believe America did this.
Yeah.
If you don't know history at all,
Well,
and you
the
think
people,
America is such a nice, it's like you can't have a nice empire.
Yeah, well, you don't. Yeah, you don't meet Turks and be like evil.
No, of course not.
They genocided the Armenians.
You get
That's the show, The Young
every
Turks.
Country.
Yeah, that's
Every
true.
country genocided somebody.
It's true.
like- and another thing with the Indians is like, how do you think they got that land?
Yeah,
They genocided some other tribe.
they definitely did.
They were at war with each other constantly.
Forever, dude. It's
Yeah.
always been that way.
And they weren't like sophisticated, nice people.
Yeah.
I've done this like so many times.
But no,
It's
it is-
just, it's such a funny, like if you look at history at all
Yeah.
and if you look at history with like rose glasses
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, America's this beautiful place. It's like, obviously you're wrong.
Yeah.
So when people bring up like the atrocities committed against Native Americans, it's like, yeah, I mean, this is shocking when I was in 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an adult now.
In 7th grade, they fed me the cornucopia story where like they split a turkey and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
let's teach you some
I know.
skills."
And then later you find out it's like, oh, she
You're like-
killed all those guys.
And then after for dessert, dude, they were like,
they're
"Yeah,
like,
well,
yeah, you want some Mountain Dew? It's got smallpox. That's how they actually
Gave him some
They gave him
Dew.
some Code Red, and the natives were like, they fucking died.
they didn't have an Xbox anywhere." And they're like, "I don't know what the fuck to do."
But yeah, it's so funny. It's funny to think about like people just showed up and were like, this is pretty nice land.
Well, dude, when you read that
Who
book,
the fuck are these idiots?
when you
Get
re-
them out of here.
When you read White Trash, it was like the English government was just rounding up the poorest of shitty, like literally taking orphans.
Do you
and
have
being,
that in hard copy?
No.
God
Yeah,
damn
my
it.
brother has that. Yeah, my
All
brother
right,
has
good.
That's
I need
great.
one. I need one.
Dude, that's great. So they would round up orphans and then just put them on a boat and be like, over. So, like, you'd have these people who were just like absolute mud kickers, dude, landed in America. And then they're just like, all right, I guess I'm here now. Arrow goes through your wife's neck and they 30 people. And you're like, who the fuck are these guys?
Gotta fight
And
'em.
that's what happened, dude. That's the Thomas Sowell guy talks about this. And it makes a lot of sense when people talk about slavery, whether you're dealing with slavery in the abstract or you were living during that time. When people were like, they get mad at Lincoln being like, well, when he freed the slaves, he was kind of cold and calculated. He should have been more moralistic about it. And it's
Yeah.
like, you can say that now, but it's like if you were the president, imagine if you were the president back then. Like these people there was millions of slaves in the South. So they were really worried about like, if you free them, are they going to come you up and
Yeah.
like the Thomas Jefferson has a famous quote of being like, you had the wolf by the ears, dude. He's like, what do you do? Do you let it go? They got some guy wrote like a love story between him and his like teenage slave, and it got a lot of negative press, dude.
Yeah, I bet it
They
did.
got a lot of negative
Well, I
press.
bet they were eating some pizza too.
They,
Like,
yeah,
might have Pizzagate
they're
some
like he's a
slaves.
rapist and blah blah blah, and the guy wrote the story like a love story basically, and that's
You brought up an interesting point when we were talking about this book earlier about how I keep wanting to say Sowell, Thomas
Sowell, yeah. It's Sowell.
Yeah. How he talked about how like they also the Western Europeans also abolished slavery.
They did.
Like this
No one talks about that.
This is an institution that it built the pyramids.
Yeah.
This is an institution that's been around since as long as humans were even remotely civilized.
Yeah.
They've had caste systems and slavery, and then it led up in human history. It took the great white man to say, "Knock it off."
It was the English, dude.
Yeah.
Even the French were like, "Nah, slavery's still chill," and then they finally folded. Yeah, dude.
I think it was like the Portuguese were the last ones.
Yep.
I think in Brazil,
Brazil
it was
was
still going.
Yep.
Us-
But then there was
the US
dude,
and Brazil
there was the
were-
Arabs in Asia, man, and they were
still
still
going.
rocking in the free
still
world.
going.
They got stamped out hard though, and then they would fly French flags, and the British government wasted millions of pounds on abolishing slavery worldwide. So it's
How
like,
about
yeah,
that?
I
What
know.
do you think of that?
They were the biggest slave exporter too. That's like, dude, that's
While they also kind of enslaved the Irish people.
that's true too.
The Irish were slaves
dude,
too.
that's-
dude.
that's-
That should be
dude.
the name of our podcast.
The Irish
The
slaves.
Irish were slaves.
Well, dude, the Stormy Daniels issue with like Trump's.
Every time we talk about this, I'm like, God, I'm going to hear this later and be like,
That's
we
fine.
sound like retards.
No, this is a conclusion I've reached though, because it's like you have like the Stormy Daniels thing to where now they're being like they can't like what the how are they trying to put this? They're like she still deserves respect, right? As a prostitute, and it's like
as a worker,
she was a
slut.
exactly. So it's like I can like it's you can think about it however you want because it's like yeah
You
I
still
get that,
respect
and it's
sluts.
like
I respect sluts.
I do. It's like that makes sense, but at the same time, it's like yeah, she deserves respect. However, if you're in a room with a prostitute, you leave your wallet on the nightstand, you take a pic, come back, you're like, oh shit, and you fan through your bills to make sure they're there. Totally warranted as well. So it's like everything has a
What
double
does that have to
nature
do with?
because it's like they're being just like if saying like, well, you know, why are we taking her testimony seriously? She's a prostitute.
Where's Stormy Daniels coming out? of?
They're the lawyers now. It's pushing being
We
like
were just talking about slavery.
because this is my thing where it's like how there's just a double-edged thing to everything, how you can just be like you can pull out stories and focus it towards like and then Thomas Jefferson did this and it's like dude
So you're saying
that's
like,
fucked up, but then
slavery was warranted.
no, I'm just saying it depends on how broad or narrow you put your telescope, dude. Because then it's like Stormy Daniels. It's the same thing now, where people are like, she deserves respect, and they're like, well, how much can we really take her testimony serious? She's a
Oh, that's a little strong.
yeah, but she's a criminal basically. So when you're, it's
What?
like taking a cop.
She was a porn star.
She's a prostitute. He was paying her to.
Whatever.
Stars are hookers. They go around on the
I
circuit.
understand, but it's like you can't. That's crazy to be like.
You
How
take
can we
cops-
take her testimony
You
seriously?
take
She's a
cops'
whore.
testimony like more seriously than a civilian. So it makes sense. And if you get caught committing,
I don't.
If you get caught committing felonies and shit,
Police.
if you're like a
dude.
CI, a lot of times that gets thrown out because you're a criminal and they're in court and they're like, well, we're not. This person's a 6-time felon. They could have ulterior motives. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like it also that's like yeah, you should respect people's humanity, but also if you're a prostitute, I got a different scope on you, dude. You know what I mean? Like if you're around my wallet, I'm kind of like, where the fuck's my wallet at?
You think Stormy's gonna snatch your wallet,
She could.
steal $5 from you?
She's gonna steal a double saw out
She's
of my
gonna get a
wallet.
fin out of you.
Yeah, dude.
No, I'm just thinking.
But
in my
it's
head,
annoying because if you point out, like you were saying, the fact that, like, yeah, well, white people did, that's the guy Sowell being like, no one talks about the fact that it was Western Europeans stopped slavery globally,
Yeah.
and it's like,
It's a pretty good
but to
thing.
say that is like, how dare you?
Why would you say that?
It's like, hey, we were bad boys and we were good boys, dude.
Yeah. of
Everybody was bad
all
boys.
if you want to break it down like a psycho into races and geography,
Mm-hmm.
of all the areas in the world that were bad boys throughout human history, which they all were,
Yeah.
the one that was like, we should knock this off. Mm-hmm. Was the British, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that goes on, dude. That's at any time. Like it happened with, I was like talking about the Germans. So the Germans were just always killing it. Their literacy rates were always super high. And
Yeah,
then like
they're making good
they would
watches.
start doing well. Yeah, they would start doing well. And then people would eventually be like, these bastards. Like it would happen earlier on before World War II.
Yeah.
They'd be like, guys. And then, yeah, they got a little too big for their britches, dude.
They got fired up in the 30s. They were like,
Well, there was people saying like it was like in South America, there was people who never met people from like Eastern Europe but they had the same exact accounts, like how they talk about dragons.
Yeah.
How like all around the world, like Germans are represented as like hardworking, industrious people who like just invented everything and couldn't stop.
They were crushing it,
and then they put their hand
one board
too
meeting.
far in the cookie jar, dude.
We're making good cars. We're making our locomotives are great. We got good watches.
Yep.
What else should we do? And one guy rose his hand.
He's like, "How about engineering races?" And they're like, "Yeah, what could
We
go
could
wrong?
probably make a good race.
We'll crush it, dude." Then the table, but then apparently after that whole thing fell, the old Holocaust.
Yeah.
The Germans started getting like not holocausted, but like they got like the Germans expatriates that were living in like Eastern Europe and other areas got rounded up and like tagged, got their possessions stolen. People like, Germans, you guys are pieces for what you did. And they like took their possessions, made them wear
they were bad boys.
Made them wear special things to say they were German. They just did the same thing.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know that atrocity you just did?
Yeah,
we're gonna do that to you. Well, the Slavs have always been retards.
they're pretty dumb. Yeah,
They're historically retarded.
That sucks.
That's good. That's one race. We
Even
can
Monopoly was like Baltic Avenue,
Baltic Avenue,
shittiest
just shithole. Yeah, this is good. This is good race talk. You and me are experts on race,
dude. I'm telling you, I'm open to whatever, man. But when I read stuff like this, the only thing that makes sense to me is that everyone's a little good and everyone's a little bad.
That's
and
true.
As soon as you start saying like, no, we're the good ones and they're the bad ones, it's like time has proven that's a bad idea, dude.
Sure.
But it is also easy, like to be white people. I thought about this too, how white people might have like seen how hard they crush it off slavery and been like, all right, no more. But then he breaks that down, being like, dude, like slavery, like slave plantations was like 2% of Britain's GDP.
Yeah.
So it's like it wasn't. You know, when people say this nation was built on slavery.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
don't get me fired up, dude. Do not get me.
And
fired
it's
up.
a bad conversation to have at this current moment. But it's like, this was this guy back in like the 70s who was just cranking this shit out, a black guy being like, guys, I hate to break it to you, but you know, it was fucked up. And it is fucked up because it wasn't that long ago. That is the thing.
It wasn't that long ago.
Wasn't long ago.
No.
1860. Lincoln was like, all right, boy, sorry about that.
Yep.
It hasn't been that many years, dude. I thought it was like 300 years ago. It's like 100 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't long. And then if you go up the whole way to like, I mean, it was like the 1950s.
Yeah.
1960s. It was, civil rights was in the 1950s.
Mm-hmm. Thomas Sowell goes even further. He goes, this is where he loses a lot of people. He's like, the civil rights just when everything got fucked up. And it's like, yo, bro, you got to take it easy, bro.
So you're reading.
Well, he's saying
this
that
is a crazy guy.
He just goes off of numbers. He was like, there was less, and I didn't finish his chapter yet, so I don't really know, but he was like, black marriage stopped in the 1960s. It was before that in the 40s, 30s, 20s, 10s. It was super high, and then it hit the 60s as soon as all the Civil Rights Act started. But I think it was like he blames it on Section 8 and how the same thing happened. No, listen, the same thing happened in London with white people. How they introduced welfare and it fucked them up. And he's like, he's a libertarian. He's like, I don't think we should have that. So he's thinking that he thinks white liberals were actually the reason why black people are disenfranchised. So that's his whole thing.
Okay.
So
that's an interesting take.
You got to swallow the whole pill, dude. When you're starting to swallow it, you're like, God, no.
Yeah, well, that's.
He puts together. He's a Harvard educated dude. He puts together a good case for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of educated racists.
Yeah, but then you can easily be like, but then there was these guys, and who did this, and it's like the Bushes or whatever, and it's like, yeah, they sucked. So
that's good stuff.
Thomas Sowell, check him out, dude.
I think we're solving a lot.
We solved it, dude.
We did it.
A bunch of people were like, yeah, I knew it, dude.
I'm just back to thinking about white trash kicking Indians off the land. It's making me because I'm just thinking everybody looked like my cousin Frankie.
Well, it's funny that everyone thinks like quote unquote white people were just like a race of like just pure conquistadors who came over here and like, shoo, you feast. It was just this guy being like looking through one eye and like, what the hell's that?
Yeah, it was like in The Revenant. Yeah. It was like Tom Hardy in The Revenant. It was like this balding, like flea infested dipshit fighting a shirtless Indian.
I mean, dude, it's really like, did you ever, when you were little, trap like two bugs under a glass and watch them fight?
Yeah.
Pretty much what it's like, dude. You're like a spider and a bee, and you're just like, there you go.
The British captured two retards, put them in a jar, and was like, whoever wins, we're going to take over.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, that Kanye coming out like that. And it's funny, too, because like, it's just funny to get so excited that Kanye's saying this and get mad. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
It gets me excited. Like when
it makes me laugh. It makes me. It's hilarious.
Makes me so happy whenever like the ultra liberals look like idiots
when they have to eat their hat. It's pretty funny.
But it's just it goes back. Both sides is so hypocritical. It's crazy. Yeah. Like So Michelle Wolf's White House Correspondents' Dinner. Did you see that at all?
I heard about it. Alex Jones was furious.
He's
dude.
probably ticked.
He was
which
pissed.
is funny. This is like the high. This is to me like the high watermark of how hypocritical both these sides.
What
are.
did she do?
She's a very liberal comedian who made fun of the right the entire time,
Okay.
and she made fun of Sarah Huckabee Sanders'
What'd she say?
looks. How dare she?
What'd
How
she say?
dare you?
And she was probably like, I don't give a
us."
fuck. What did she say she looked like, by the way?
This chick from *Handmaid's Tale*, and I don't know. It wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
But it's hypocritical for the left to defend that, to make fun of a woman's looks.
True.
But then it's also hypocritical of the right to be like offended by jokes.
I know.
And they both do it anytime.
Every single time.
So no
dude.
matter what happens, both sides take the opposite. No matter what it is. It's crazy.
Oh, it's just a joke. You guys can't take a
They're
joke.
like, what, you guys aren't, what are you, snowflakes?
Oh yeah.
And
dude.
then the right's like, you don't attack our women. You don't make fun of our
There's a
women.
line and you don't cross it.
Yeah.
It's sick that the right's line is Huckabee.
Yeah, it's this fat ugly
You don't
lady.
make fun of Huckabee's wife.
Yeah, she made fun of her. It's a makeup technique, something eye gloss. I forget what it is, but I thought she was making
Eyegloss.
fun of her lazy eye, and I was like, that was mean. I was like, that was pretty aggressive. No, I opened for Michelle Wolf. She's a nice.
Yeah.
I hung out with her. She's nice. She's cool.
Yeah.
She's a super liberal comic.
Yeah.
Of
Makes
course,
sense.
she's gonna do. I was more offended by Hassan Minaj last year.
What did he do?
He was like,
Shane Gillis is a.
he just got on stage. He was like, I'm actually a brown person. Sorry.
Gross.
Michelle Wolf's also from Hershey, PA, dude.
Is she really?
She's a Central PA gal.
Talk about her descendants, dude. She's
She
probably
was-
making up.
she was
She's
a
making
white
up for that
trash.
karma count, dude.
Yep. Her ancestors were out scalping
She's
engines.
carrying a couple scalps, yeah.
Yeah, she's scalping some of the boys.
She's got a
dude.
couple tops scraggling behind her donkey,
She
dude.
scalped a couple Hassans back. But yeah, there was nothing to be upset about other than the fact that it's other than liberal comedy is gay.
It is bad.
Going up, yeah,
But, I mean, I'm like
she's
Jeff.
funny.
I prefer Jeff Foxworthy, dude.
I
I'm
mean,
really
conservative comedy is gay as fuck too. Yeah, Foxworthy's funny though. I used to, dude. Larry the Cable Guy is hilarious.
He's great, man.
He's really funny.
I never listened
I
to
was
him.
so bummed when I found out that was an act.
What, that he wasn't like a real cable guy?
He's from Connecticut.
What?
His name's like Dan.
Is he Jewish?
No.
Andrew Dice, no, because Andrew Dice Clay. When I found out Andrew Dice Clay was Jewish, I was like, "What?" And when I found out that was all an act,
Dude,
I was
when
like, "What the
did you
fuck?"
become like some? Is he a Jew? It's like, dude, no.
Because I remember Andrew Dice Clay was like, he just pretended to be some like
WAP.
Wob Guido, dude.
Yeah. No,
so I was like, dude, tell me if Larry the Cable Guy is
Larry
some
the
fat
Cable Guy's
Jewish
real name
dude.
is like Daniel, and he's from Connecticut. He's from Connecticut. Dude.
I was like, tell me that's some fat Jewish dude from Connecticut. That'd be hilarious.
I think that was a character he did
Yeah.
in his act, and someone was like, you should just do that as your whole act.
So that like he listened to the guy, the comedy
he-
cabaret. The guy
For
was
real.
like, "You billionaire."
He's selling out arenas, getting
crazy.
paid like $1 million a show.
And it'd be funny too to tell them.
If you look at the numbers that they make per show, like if you looked at when Larry the Cable Guy or like Dane Cook was in their prime doing
Yeah.
arenas, dude, they're
Oh,
doing
it's
arenas
insane.
one man. Like it's not like when you do a concert and you have to spend a ton of money on shit
true.
like that. There's just one guy
With a
talking,
microphone and a screen.
and it's like these guys are making like $1 million a show.
It's a guy from Connecticut in white trash face, basically.
Yeah, that was a.
It's a
that was
minstrel show,
That
dude.
was a very minstrel show.
He's just. It's funny though to get
Cut
people all
off
hyped up
flannel.
on that, and then like this is a guy to be mocking you, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, get it done." That's how dumb they are,
Yeah.
dude. Jesus,
I
there's
thought
some-
it was great.
I think it's hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious.
I think it's hilarious, but it's like if I was like apparently Michael Blackson doesn't
Is
have
not
as
African?
African as someone I caught that through the
Makes
grapevine.
sense.
I had someone be like he answered and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Is this Mike Blackson?" He's like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Shaggy apparently. I don't think I saw
What?
I was devastated. I saw MTV Cribs and Shaggy was like, "Welcome to my apartment." And I was like, "No."
Are you serious? Are you sure on that? I think
He didn't have his.
Shaggy's-
He plays it up hard.
He's pretty bombastic.
He's not Mr. Boombastic.
You don't
dude.
think he's that bombastic?
It was like if you watch his Cribs, he's like he was a U.S. Marine. He's like, yeah, I served in the Marines. I served in the U.S. Marine. Yeah,
I'm
dude.
looking
There's a
up
lot of imposters.
Daniel Whitney.
Is that who?
That's Larry the Cable Guy.
Do you have him just talking normal?
There's footage of his old stand up. Like there's footage of him doing
It's
stand-up.
him being like, honestly, the Europeans were the ones who.
It looks like he's from Nebraska. Never mind.
It's not too
Well,
bad.
that's where he was born. For some reason, I thought he was in Connecticut.
I mean, you're just thinking of like white as you can possibly get. That's like ground zero for just
Yeah.
uber whiteness, dude. People from Connecticut just like, you just lay a Patagonia jacket on the ground and just dump water on it, dude. They dump smart water, and they're just like,
Yeah,
come
that's-
out through a Patagonia sleeve. That's the birth canal.
What are we at time wise here?
57.
57. Yeah, that's hers was fine though.
Oh, dude.
Michelle Wolf's thing. It was
$1 million
like-
stream got kicked off of YouTube.
yeah, I saw that.
That's fucked up.
He said some crazy.
What did he say?
He was saying the N word.
Yeah.
And now he was he was acting like he was black, but still,
Yeah, still. That's a sick.
I
That'd be
get what he
sick to
was-
be his defense attorney. Like, well, he was acting
making
like he was
fun
like,
of people for saying that.
Yeah,
Is kind of what he was doing, but it's still he was just saying it to.
he was biding his time. I've seen. I today while I was driving, I shouldn't have done this, but I was like watching like a try. You ever see like Try Not to Get Offended on YouTube? It's like
No.
I looked up Sam Hyde to see if he actually got kicked off, and then it was like Try Not to Get Offended Sam Hyde, and I was watching he was like doing like a sold out talk about homosexuality, and it was just like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, he's wild.
He's fine. He was going nuts.
He's
And
a
I was
wild
like-
bull.
And I think he's hilarious. And then there's parts when he goes super
You would
shock.
think he's hilarious, dude.
When he goes super shock, I tap out. I'm like, come
You
on,
would.
bro.
You think he's great, don't you?
I'm just trying to get all sides of the
You
origami
are
flower,
not-
dude.
That sounds. You are a white supremacist.
I don't. I'm not saying I'm laying out this
Matt
guy's theories.
McCusker.
You're just trying to act. See,
is
you're a
a
white
white-
liberal. You're trying to block a black man from thinking independently. You're a
Who's
white
the black
liberal.
man?
Thomas Sowell. Oh, you think me?
I thought you were trying to say you.
Thomas
were.
Sowell. White liberals hate when black people get out of their little box of control.
That is true.
So I was just purporting the man's theories. I was just maybe thought Larry the Cable Guy was a Jew because
When black dudes, yeah, that was funny. When black people exceed their socioeconomic class that they've been given by the white man, liberals act like liberals treat them like it's just.
I love how you phrase that.
They're like, "Wow, you're so special and powerful."
Wow,
Like,
my God.
yeah, they're like they treat them like just. I can't believe you did it.
Yeah. Or but if they
Unbelievable.
turn too hard, if they're like, well, you got to pull yourself up, but they're like they put their hand over their mouth like shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
I don't know
Oh,
what
dude,
the
this
fuck I
was
getting to there.
so. This morning I do. I told you I meditate every morning, 10 minutes, dude. I have to do it now. It's an ingrained habit. But my whole point is to try to feel like I'm just not thinking about anything else, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
Which is hard to sit there and not like the. My whole thing while I'm sitting there, it's like you spend so much of your time, like just most of your time is living in the future, kind of how you're just like, and then I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to say, like, if you just close your eyes, it's just like all your plans
My
start
eyes
going.
itch so bad right now. That's all I'm thinking about is how much my right
So
eye
I'm
itches.
sitting there the whole time, and it's like I have to just kind of block myself from thinking about plans or like even thinking ideas. Like you'll get an idea and be like, "Oh, that's cool. I got to write that down." You're just constantly blocking that because you're like in
How
a
often
never
do you
ending
do
loop.
that?
Every morning,
No, I'm saying that you have cool ideas that you write down.
every second, dude. Every time dude. So I'm like sitting there this morning. I'm sitting there doing that, and I'm like, I just got to stay in the present moment. Got to stay out of the future. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I spent so much of my time mentally in the future. This is crazy. And then I got a text, and I stopped. I waited 2 seconds. I was like, that's a message from the past. I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Oh man, you sound like you're on big doinks in
No,
Amish.
I wasn't, dude.
You weren't doinked out.
I'm just chilling in my house in the morning, and I'm like, dude.
I was doinked out thinking about Sam Hyde the other day.
Were you really?
I took a big doink.
You cried for him?
No, I was just sitting there and I was like, because I watched one of his videos that was like, or no, it was when I took the CBD oil.
Got you.
I was doinked out on CBD oil. And Sam Hyde put up this video right before it got taken down of he was saying the N-word. He was like,
Oh, you
he's
told
like,
me about that.
$100 for anybody who filmed themselves beating an ass. And I
Really?
was like, whoa. But I was thinking of him because he just films his face, like taking a selfie.
Would you see his other one with the guns? When he talks about like the shooting, like school shooting, he does a fake.
Oh,
I didn't mean to
yeah,
cut
yeah,
you
yeah.
off. When he holds a barrel, he's like, "Welcome, class OLP of 2018."
Yeah, nuts.
He's cocking a gun.
Well, even that fits
Yeah.
this too. But I was doinked out thinking about his like thought process of literally just filming yourself saying the craziest shit possible.
Yeah.
Then just you put your phone down and just sit on a couch
Yeah.
and like wait.
Well, that's where I fall off the super shock stuff like him, where it's like, at one level, it's like, The
I'm
balls.
saying, I hope I'm articulating enough. Like, he films himself saying the crazy in the world, and it immediately goes out to hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Just while he's literally just sitting in his apartment.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
fucking
mean,
around.
something's gone in his head where he can do that.
Yeah, he's just putting out crazy. Everyone's just looking at it.
And the fact that he can do a fake TED talk like he did.
Like, so much that YouTube and Instagram ban him. Like,
Yeah.
a corporation is like, we got to shut this guy down. It's just a psycho.
It is pretty nuts, dude.
Yeah.
But no, that whenever like 'cause somebody does is so funny. And then I've seen it before, and like with like comics who come out and they're like, I'm a super comic, but it's just them being like,
well,
"Ugh."
I'm pretty sensitive to that because I'm pretty edgy, bro.
But there's the edge, dude. That's the difference.
But
Some guys, when they go over on the
Yeah.
other way, when they're just like,
I'm
always
super
like,
edgy. And,
I'm edgy, bro.
Yeah, we're both edgelords.
yeah. What you
Edgy
gonna
as
do?
fuck. Yeah,
But
what are you guys
the
gonna do
king,
about it?
the key to being an edgelord is staying on the razor edge, dude.
I was doinked out. I've been getting doinked out a lot. Did I say this last time? I was doinked out at
Classic doink question, dude.
the Flyers Penguins game.
You didn't talk about
didn't
this.
talk
no.
about this?
When you ate a sliv and went down.
Yeah. So
People were like, what the fuck are doinks and slivs?
I had a gummy sliv, dude. I got doinked out.
A little sliver of a gum.
I had an edible, and I didn't realize O'Connor had invited me to go with him to the Penguins Flyers playoff game, which was crazy. But I was doinked out, dude.
So you had to take.
So I was-
How'd you get down there?
I took the train, doinked out. I was
dude.
asking people for directions, and people were like, "Who the fuck?" But we get to the game, and we got there early enough that we could watch them warm up. And during warm ups, you can just walk down to the ice, basically.
Yeah.
So like we just walked to the front row, like right where the glass was, and watched them warm up.
So you were
which
like
was cool as
right
fuck.
there.
Yeah, like I have footage of like Sidney
Holy
Crosby.
shit.
Sidney Crosby was warming up like from me to you. Like he was literally, I could reach out and touch him if the glass wasn't there. And he
Holy
was just
fuck.
dangling the puck. It was awesome. And then like Malkin would skate by like right along the glass.
Holy shit.
And my face was against the glass, and I was doinked out, just like, whoa, these guys are so cool. And then this little short fat guy came down next to us, and he was hammered. He was a Flyers fan. He was just, me and Chris were both standing there like in awe, just like watching the Penguins warm up, which was awesome. And then this guy comes down right next to us and like broke the silence with like, he starts pounding the glass. He's like, "You suck, dude. Suck my Crosby." And I was all high, like looking at him like, "Stop, man. That guy's awesome." And then he looked at us. He's like pounding the glass, and I think he could tell me and O'Connor were both like, "Shut the." Looked at both of us, and he's like,
Well, I'm sure he saw. You could probably feel O'Connor's
Yeah.
hatred from behind you, just like.
me and O'Connor were both like, "Chill, dude. This is fucking annoying." It was an empty arena at that point, so like it was
dude.
pretty annoying.
Imagine how annoying that would be to show up to play a sport and someone's like, "Fuck
Some
you."
little short fat guy from Philly's like, and then he
God.
looked at me and Chris and was like, "I just wish I could get out there and fill those guys up."
Oh,
and right when he said that to me, I was like, "Dude, they would if you got over
Did
that
you say
glass."
this to him?
Yes. He was a little guy. I could talk shit.
Yeah.
Dude, if you got in there, you would.
Yeah.
Like if you somehow got into that cage that those animals are in right now, if he went out on the ice and tried to attack Sidney Crosby,
I mean, dude, you could put those guys on rollerblades and you could be on shoes playing street hockey, and they would butt fuck you.
I mean,
dude.
they would beat the show you sitting down.
yeah, that's true.
If I tried to approach them while they were all sitting down, they would beat the show me.
Yeah, on knees.
It was, and then
What did he say?
Well, it was funny.
that.
He was like, "Yeah, I know," and then he was like, "You guys suck," and then he looked at us and he was like, "They're actually pretty good." It's like, "Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, they're good at hockey.
Yeah, they're elite.
We know." He's yelling at Sidney Crosby. He's like, "You suck at hockey." He's like, "He's actually pretty good." It's like, "Yeah, dude, we know. It's the best player in the world."
Yeah, what the.
But
It's funny when those guys, when someone's like, "What are you doing?" They're instantly like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just."
yeah, like right away he leaned to us. He's like, "They're pretty good. They're gonna
I don't feel so well sometimes, dude.
But just, and then I was doinked out, just sitting there thinking like, those are animals on the
Yeah,
ice.
it was
Like
fun.
Malkin would glide by, like just not skating, just would glide by. How fast and big he was.
It's like being in
It
an
was
aquarium
it really
watching
was.
sharks, dude.
It's exactly what I likened it to. I was like, this is literally looking at sharks, just gliding around. I'm like, if you got in there, you'd get ripped apart.
You get butt fucked.
There'd be
dude.
no stopping what would happen.
No.
It'd be like a Harambe situation.
Easily,
Like
dude.
somebody would have to put down the
And
Pittsburgh
you're in a
Penguins.
whole different environment. You're on ice,
You got out there. It'd be like the Pistons Pacers fight.
dude.
You
If
remember
even
that?
oh my god, when he beat all those people, just even being on ice skates is like difficult. If those guys just skated back and forth, I'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
these guys are good at ice
I mean,
skating.
it's amazing. It was amazing to see them warm up.
That's awesome.
And then, then I was just doinked thinking about professional athletes. I was just doing like, this is unbelievable.
It's hilarious that when you get high, you're like, God, professional athletes are so good at that sports.
Well, I was at a fucking hockey game.
I know.
Normally, I'm doinked sitting there like, I'm going to alone. I'm a complete failure.
That's
normally what it is.
That's cool. You should start just smoking weed to sporting events.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I'll get some be like, I'm pretty sure my Brita is poisoned from the time I put lemons in it. It might have gotten mold in here, like in the Salem witch trial. The Salem witch trial was started by mold on the rye, ergo acid, made into lysergic acid.
That's really good.
I go wacky, dude. I get
bet you
stoned.
do.
I'm just like, oh man. I start thinking about my ancestors and shit.
you think about your Aryan blood, your white
No,
blood.
I don't. I'm Irish, dude.
That's Aryan, dude.
It's not Aryan, no way.
Not at all.
Not at all. I really started thinking about, that's my real hang up. When I get high and think about my ancestors, I'm like, it all stops here. They came so far.
Yeah, they all worked so hard. It just led up to me taking a nap.
I gotta do more.
Yeah.
Then eventually, like you get to the tired part of being high and you're like, nah, I'm gonna chill. I've been working real I gotta take it easy.
See, I get high and I'm just like, stand up is gay. Like, I'm wasting my life doing this. And stand up sucks and I hate it.
That's so weird, and it's weird to boil that down. People are like, "Oh, that's it's just like a flood of a certain neurotransmitter," or you could just be like, totally make you think differently.
Yes, it's a flood of transmitter. It makes me think entirely different.
Or I could do the opposite. I could just be all the time and be like, "I'm a true artist, dude. I don't need money. I'm
Really?
the best." Yeah, that'll.
See, I've never.
I mean, that just explains my 20s.
I'm jealous of these people that have had good highs.
I'm out of them. You only get so many. I used mine up from like 18 to 24.
I get high and
they started becoming nightmarish.
Spiral.
Yeah, well, it all depends on what you're doing, man. That's like I used to have a joke about that on stage. How they talk about like Amazon, like Silicon Valley executives like microdosing on acid and going to work. It's like, dude, they're flying in on a private plane, or they have like a robot chauffeur. If I was high as my car was driving itself, I could go to work high and be like, I'm the boss. But then like you try to do that yourself. Like I would like smoke up and like dig holes and be like, the earth is so cool. My dad would be like, come on, Matt, what the hell? Yeah. I tried to microdose.
Meanwhile, I take Benadryl and sleep for 24 hours. I'm like, oh, I'm a piece of shit.
I remember I was going one time when I was working for my dad. I was like 19 and we were digging like digging a trench, which I didn't know digging trenches is dangerous. I used to go and like, the earth can collapse. If the earth caves in up to your stomach, you'll die because it'll constrict. It's so heavy, it constricts your blood, and you'll have a heart attack. So I used to go into trenches. Like my dad would be like, "Be careful down there," and I'm like, "What am I gonna fall?" And I didn't realize that it could just totally cave in. I'd be in a trench like 3 feet over my head, just kicking around.
Just high.
I would sneak up to the truck and like hit a one hitter and like go back down and like see my Uncle Doc and be like, "What's up, Uncle Doc?" I'm like, "I think my Uncle Doc smokes." And then like I'd get down in the trench and I was supposed to be like picking trash out of there and I'd like looking and be like all the layers and be like, "Whoa, look at the sediment down here." This is my dad would be like, "Hurry up!" I'm like, "But it's so cool to be down in the earth like this."
Yeah, I never had that. I get high. I would have been just thinking about death the entire time. I would have been like, this is going to collapse. And then I play in my mind like that could happen.
That's so funny.
Like that is a thing that could, I don't know. I've done that like on a plane. I've just sat on a plane and be like, this could crash. Like what would it be like if this crashed?
Oh, I don't.
It's
People say they get high and fly. I'm tapping out on that one. That is not.
If you're big doinked in airplane.
No, dude.
If you're big doinked
that's
in the
not
air,
the move. That is not the move.
Big doinked in the air is terrifying.
Dude, I don't
You need to have a couple brewskis.
something,
and
dude.
accept death.
Some Benadryl.
You need some beer and just being like, I could
Don't want to get high. My thing with getting high on a plane, I'll like feel the cabin pressure switch. My ears will pop, and I'll be like, I'm not really made to be up this high. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
I'm not supposed to be up here.
I'll like look up at the oxygen mask and be like, I'm pretty sure I need that right now.
All right, baby, let's get it.
Okay, we sound checked.
Mm-hmm.
I just literally stopped the tape that fast, sound checked. Bam, we sounded so good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
What's up, bruh?
Wow. Yo, we got a text from Billy in the group text.
What's he saying?
I don't know. Let me check real quick.
I think he's bullying.
Yeah, he's talking about subreddit.
Yeah, he's bullying on
So
Reddit.
calm down, subreddit.
How about that, dude? That was a big surprise this week for a lot of people. That was when Worlds Collide, Power Man 5000, dude. This is what it's
That's so funny. So funny.
You ready for me? Because I'm ready
Yes,
for
dude.
you. Wah! Power Man 5000 is a shit.
I used to love that.
What kind of genre is that? It's like industrial metal.
yeah.
Sick.
It's like techno metal. I don't know.
Love it.
They had weird on.
I
Cool
loved
outfits.
it. And also, it's weird too. All the country rap, I feel like, is becoming like a big genre. That's two worlds that are like, once they collide, they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, both of us are pretty similar.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities between like
I'm down on my luck. Things are hard,
but I will prevail.
but I gotta keep pushing through.
Well,
I don't
country-
trust women.
True, dude.
I don't trust my baby.
That it is very much like that, and very much like God centered. Like I'm the best. I was actually this.
Yeah, only God can judge me.
I'm a rootin' tootin' boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes to
I
that,
got the
that goes back to the
nicest
Thomas
truck.
Sowell book, Black Rednecks and White Liberals.
Same
That's
thing.
a sick theory.
Sick theory.
I was thinking about zaddies all day long on
Zaddy?
Father's Day. On Zaddy, yeah,
Yeah,
on Father's
dude.
Day. Just thinking about all the zaddies that like love God and still cheat on their wives.
Why are you
like-
calling them zaddies?
It's just a zaddy, dude. If you're a zaddy and you just like love,
No,
it's
zaddies
like
are-
Pitbull. Pitbull probably like really actually believes in God, but like can't stop cheating on his wife.
I think zaddies are just anybody like a young hot chick likes.
Really.
She's like, thanks, zaddy.
I thought zaddy.
Wow,
I figured a
zaddy.
zaddy would be like someone who just provides for you like financially.
True.
And, like,
it's like a
butt-fucks
sugar
you.
daddy.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
zaddy. But I
Thanks,
feel like
zaddy.
daddies can be zaddies, dude, if they get a little bit of wild streak going.
I think yeah.
Because they can like, there's a lot of successful like businessmen that like get younger girlfriends and like put them up and just kind of like store chicks in different buildings and
Sure.
be like, I'm gonna leave my wife, I swear.
I
And then,
promise
like,
you.
Once they get them hooked on that life, it's like,
For like 4 years.
yeah, man, it's
And you
like,
kick them to the curb.
yeah. it's
People
like,
are complaining about DiCaprio for only young chicks. Dude, he has a hard line. He has a baby lady, baby girl line. At 24, he leaves them. Before 25, he never dates anyone over 25.
so they're gonna start coming at him. But
And they were like calling him a pig for that.
now this
It's like,
is
dude, he's the man.
okay. So now the collective women unconscious is rearing its ugly head, dude. That's like their main jam up in life is younger chicks. So it's like, all right, sexual assault, no doubt, with you on that. And it's like, whoa, dating. Oh, you're telling me this brilliant, successful actor has to date an old hag
Same thing with R.
like
Kelly.
yourself?
Same thing with Kells.
Yeah, dude.
The only reason people have a problem, the chicks love it, dude. The only people have a problem is because they're hot
True that.
and 17.
True that, dude.
Come on.
Nah, dude, bro, I hear you. It's just it's a tough
There's enough
spot.
that someone made like a graph of everybody he's dated and,
And then
where
he
he
charted
stops
their
dating
age?
them. Yeah. Every time at 25, which is a
I mean,
sick move, dude.
Yeah, dude. Do we need to bust out the pics?
Do we also need
I
to even
guarantee you,
discuss
if
this?
I busted out the pics of the chicks he's dumped and the girl he's dating now, I could clearly be like, "Oh, he made the right choice."
Yeah, he continued to win.
We could make this. We could do the the science behind it. Like, well, this chick's young and hot.
Yeah.
This chick's old and crabby.
She
he
turned
simply
25 and
dumped-
became crabby.
Yeah, dude.
It's every single time he was probably on a boat, and once she hit 25, she was probably like, "Look at all these girls. Ew. Like,
Yeah.
how young are they? What are they doing here?"
Well, imagine too. It's like DiCaprio is equipped to like take women out on just like I don't know if you ever saw the Millionaire Matchmaker. It's like millionaire.
No.
It's just the dumbest show. But it's like millionaires are so busy that like hire this lady to set them up with chicks who only want to date millionaires, whores or whatever, whatever it is.
Dumb whores, you mean?
So then like,
Or every woman?
but every date starts with like I figured we'd hop on the helicopter. And go see like a
Yeah.
dinosaur museum and then like build clay from it's like they'll go like dig up like an archaeological grave and like then go out to dinner on a helicopter. All the dates are like so like, DiCaprio is probably taking them on like imagine if you're like on a huge boat on the south of France and your girlfriend decides to
Give you
put on her
any
mean
fuck,
yeah,
dude.
you're probably like
I dare you.
I mean, it must be so hard not to like Bin Laden her in the first place. Just fully be like, whoosh.
Yeah, dude. Get her on a dinghy, send her back to shore. Be like, someone's there, they'll pick you up. All your stuff's at the hotel.
Imagine putting a babe on the timeout, dude, on the high seas. Just send them on
Yeah.
a lifeboat.
Just
back
tie
to
the
land.
rowboat to the back of the yacht. Give them about 40 yards out at
That's
sea.
when your babe starts walking sideways like a crab on land. Well, it's tough because I feel like women are genetically programmed to become like they have this secret quest to become fat and mean. And like when you get, I'm telling you,
I'm just a grown woman, dude. I'm just a grown woman, dude.
you're just a kick-ass
Just
woman,
a mean,
dude.
fat idiot.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think they really have it. Dude, like tell a chick that if you tell me like, hey Matt, you can't have a cupcake, I'd be like, if you make it a sufficient case, I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. I probably don't need
Yeah.
cupcakes. You tell a chick like, you don't need that. They freak, dude. Even on even not on like an aesthetic thing, just be like, yo, that's a lot of sugar. That's kind of bad. I can't like, dude. Brittany worked out like twice in the last 2 weeks, and today she's like, I think I'm gonna get Stromboli, and I'm like, Stromboli? She's like, well, I don't know. Like I've been working out a lot. I'm like, dude,
Stromboli is a strong meal, dude.
Like, so you think you deserve 3D
boli?
pizza? Not even pizza. You need like to add like different dimensions.
I even stray from boli, dude. If I see a boli coming down the pike, I'm like, all right, I don't need that. That's crazy.
Dude, think of someone who ate pizza and was like, it's not bad. If only it kind of went out into another dimension.
Yeah. I just slapped a fogey on top of this.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, you think you deserve like it, and like I'm gonna let my hair down and eat a Stromboli, dude. That's a meal designed to just ruin you.
Yeah.
Stromboli.
I've hit a solo boli delivery order. I've hit a boli, dude. They opened that place
like
right by here.
That's like shameful.
There's a place right by here that only deals bolis.
No,
it's
Inside Out Pizza.
No, it's
Inside Out strictly deals in bolis.
This
dude.
place only sells bolis.
What?
And I've hit it up a couple times and immediately been like, Jesus Christ. I got like a buffalo chicken stromboli. It was so disgusting, dude. It was just cheese and buffalo sauce.
Dude, Stromboli, they should set up Strombolis the same way they do safe injection sites. Where, like, you have to go under supervision. And someone's trying to talk you out of it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, look,
You're
man.
like, you shouldn't be doing this, but if you're going to do this, here's the Caesar salad boli.
We need to do it under direct
Here's
supervision.
the grilled chicken boli. You don't need the.
She hit me with a. I literally sold.
I might get a boli. After this.
sold you. I was like Stromboli.
Stromboli.
Dude, I was like, what makes you think you need a Stromboli for fun? You're gonna be sick. You're gonna be ill after you eat this.
Yeah, what's the difference between a boli and a calzone? That's been an age-old question for me.
I think it's just the tan of the hands that make it for you.
Really?
Is it a wop or is it a butt Greek?
Really?
Calzones are Greeks.
You sure?
No, I'm saying.
I hear you, though.
I think calzones are Greeks, though.
Why are you calling them calzones?
Calzone, dude, and gyros.
It's a calzone. Now you got me fucked up.
Yeah, I think calzone is, calzone's made by a Greek.
Is this the first time you've switched to calzone?
Calzone.
Have you been calling
I call
calzone?
them calzones. I was just calling them calzones. I was calling it calzones and stromboli. I like calling it stromboli.
A stromboli.
I was like, what makes you think you need a
Stromboli.
stromboli?
Yeah, you got to hit it, that hard syllable.
But yeah, man, if you
Let them know it's like totally foreign to you.
you got to see who makes the. So if someone makes you a stromboli or a calzone, you challenge them to a wrestling match. And if they try to butt fight you, that's a calzone. That's obviously made by a
That's
Greek.
how it works?
And if they're like, hey, take it easy, hey, whoa, what are you doing here?
Hey.
You
If
can
they
be-
hit you with that,
rest
like,
assured
I'm
it's
not
a-
fucking gay.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy did that. I was watching, oh, this is crazy. I was watching the Toronto, this is how busy I was today. I was watching the Toronto Raptors parade. Their championship parade. No, dude, this TV was it was insane.
I just didn't expect
It
that.
was insane.
So you watched a parade?
All right, so
How
I was
charged
like,
up were you?
I was flipping. I got so mad, dude.
What?
Fuck Canada,
You weren't paraded?
bro. I was flipping through the channels past NBA TV, which was airing like
You are an old lady.
the Canadian broadcast of this. Why was I here?
You were here.
Oh,
today.
I dropped off,
I figured
and then I
drop Dave
went and
off.
got my hair cut.
Yeah.
While in the meantime, I was watching the victory parade. And what was funny is I was like watching it like, there could be a shooting. This is live.
Why?
There was a shooting. I missed it. I had to go get my hair cut.
Stop.
There was a shooting.
You Nostradamus is
I
shooting?
knew it was coming. There was 5 million people in one spot. I was like, Drake, somebody's gonna have a handgun there. Drake's there, but they.
You think the shooting was tied to
Well,
Drake?
first off, I looked it up. I think only 2 people, and they're okay. And then they just kept giving speeches. Like there was 2 million people in the crowd. They literally were like, "All right, 2 people got shot.
Statistically,
Keep
yeah.
this thing moving.
Keep rolling, yeah.
We're not going to shut this down."
What was the shooting over? Do they know?
I think they were like, "It's not a mass shoot." Like they were like, "It's nothing." So it was 2 black.
It's a
people.
regular
It was a
shooting.
black person.
Okay, so like this
If I had to guess, I don't know.
You don't know?
But the way that everybody was just like, well, it didn't seem like it was. Anytime it's black people, they're like, well, that was a normal thing.
They were just like, no,
Just
there
like
was like,
instantly
yeah.
He was targeting someone. They were probably fighting.
Yeah, they're like, well, we searched the scene. There was no manifestos.
Yeah. They're like, oh, keep it going. But what was funny was, so the reason this whole thing caught my eye
Sure.
was right when I turned it on for a second because I didn't even watch. I'm not to championship parade.
Sure.
But it was Canadians just gloating about being Canadian.
Ugh.
So this all goes back to when Kevin Durant got hurt. Mm-hmm. He got hurt in Toronto. Which first off, Kevin Durant was hurt going into this. He tried to play on
Yeah.
a fucked up leg. It was like heroic.
Yeah.
And then he blows his Achilles out, and the arena starts cheering. It's a bunch of these Canadians who bragged the whole time about how nice they were. A dude blows his Achilles out, and the whole place is like, "Wow, we the North, we're gonna win!" Like all this,
Yeah, he starts-
like instantly made me cheer for Golden State.
Oh, for sure.
I was like, these guys stink.
Yeah,
So
man.
they've got this,
And they hate Native Americans.
they hate them. They run them off the
Canadians
land.
hate Native Americans, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable.
The Inuits.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Although I've heard the Eskimos and Inuits are dirty people. You don't want them around.
Really?
I'm with the
Up in
Canadians.
Canada?
You gotta get them out of here.
Not me, dude.
You like them?
Yeah.
I do. Actually, I'll give you that.
I'd fire them up.
They kind of have the same disposition as Ruiz, the fat lad kings.
Really?
Yeah,
They have
Inuits.
stocky. I thought they had like
Inuits are stocky boys.
they had like shredded Conor McGregor's.
Inuits?
I don't know. I mean, are all the
Wait, you thought
Are all the
Canadian
Native
Native Americans were like Vikings that just
sort
stayed
of,
there?
dude? I thought they were like
no,
I thought they were like night wolves.
no, they look like cartoons of Eskimos.
What?
They're like fat. They look like Mongolians.
They have fat natives there.
Yeah, they look like Asians.
So the native population of Canada was fat boys.
Yes, they had to be
What?
fat, dude. They're up there in the cold.
Yeah, but is all Canada like an Arctic
No,
tundra?
no, but I'm talking the Inuits up north.
Oh, 'cause that's like the main.
No, they had
beef.
regular like Native Americans
Gotcha.
by like the lakes and shit.
Then they had the fats up
And then
top.
the fats up by the pole. The fats are up there fighting bears.
Dude, that's so funny.
Anyway, so I'm flipping through the channels and it gets to these Canadians and they're just bragging about how great Canada is. That's all it is. First of all, everybody talks about how great Canada is as far as like being like humble and nice.
Yeah.
These are arrogant cunts for such a shithole country.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, and they were like throwing shade at America the
It's
whole
second
time.
world, right?
They're like, look at this crowd, how diverse it is. That's what makes Toronto so great. It's just diversity. Look at there's people of all different races and colors and genders. It's beautiful.
Yeah, dude, come to
Why are
Phil-
you doing? They said that the whole time.
Have they ever not been to like a city on the East Coast?
I don't know. I guess not.
That's also kind of weird to like minority shame people.
Yeah.
Like, look how many minorities we have.
Like,
bro.
look how many weird Asians we have here. We got Chinese that love basketball. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, it's
And then
almost
they're-
like
dude, the
our
whole thing-
minorities are cooler than your minorities.
The whole thing was they had a flyover from the Canadian military. They called the Snowbirds. The Snowbirds flew over.
Like
They're
the
like, wow.
extension of like the Rocky Mountain Patrol,
Yeah, that's
like the bobbies, the English bobbies on horses,
the Mounties.
the Mounties. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But they look like they're
The
dressed like
Snowbirds.
bobbies. Yeah,
Yeah.
they never let go of England, dude.
Yeah, England's still on their money. They got the Queen on their money, dude.
Disgusting. Dude.
Canada's pathetic.
Disgusting, dude.
Disgusting.
Tories, dude.
Bunch of. They never fucking overthrew them.
Jesus. Dude. Oh, they never did they?
No.
Wow.
Trudeau was there. Trudeau was in the crowd.
Yo, Trudeau like completely sold out the like the natural resources of Canada. Now he comes out as like he's like wearing like all this cool garb.
He's dressed like a Native American.
Literally dressed like a Native American. I was
Yeah.
reading about him. Apparently, like he's like let them just lay waste to that land, like oil the phony, dude.
Of course, he's a phony.
But like I was reading this lady who was
We've been on that. We
I
were tip
know.
of the spear on him.
I know.
We
but
hated him
I was
since
reading
the
this
first
lady
time we
who's-
saw him.
Who's talking about actually it was funny. I saw a talk. I was at the Jungian Society chilling on Thursday night and went for
Yeah.
another talk. This lady,
What?
yeah, dude, it's awesome.
You go to the society?
Yeah, the Jungian Society. I go and watch like the speakers, dude. It was so funny.
You feel good while you're there, like about yourself.
sort of. I feel weird because
I feel it's like
there's weirdos, dude.
I
It's-
bet you feel like you're like when I read a book, I'm like, I'm good. Do you get any?
No,
You don't get self
When I
satisfaction.
go there, I just feel weird. I'm watching it. Everyone there makes me feel kind of uncomfortable because there's like people there are weird. It's all like therapists and like
Yeah.
psychologists, and they're just psychos. So you go in there. I was happy I was there, and the lady was talking. Dude, it was unbelievable synchronicity. It was just this. The ladies, I'm like, let me see what the talk is this month. Celtic mythology. I said, what the fuck, dude? Wow.
Wow.
So I'm like, and the lady wrote a book called If Women Rose Rooted. So it's about it's her take on a feminist perspective. If people stop all the nonsense of like women basically trying to be men and women just
Yeah.
recognize they're women and rise up as the forefront of protecting the ecosystem and regaining their place as like the arbiters of like the natural world and all this stuff. Dude, I was like,
Whoa.
this is awesome. Dude,
Wait, women are supposed to be protecting like trees?
in Celtic mythology, women were the ones. It's like Christianity came and kind of destroyed goddesses. A lot of like pre-Christian religions had the goddess was the one who really created everything,
Yeah.
and then man was here like battling it out to be like, check me out, look how fat I am.
the goddess would be like, "Nice, dude. Here's some."
Oh
Photos.
yeah, the Virgin Mary. Come on, man.
Yeah, but
She's
that was
come on.
Oh, yeah, but she
Don't tread on my religion again.
No, they finally, it took like multiple councils to like bring her in as like a fourth entity, and it's now not a trinity. It's like the whatever it is. So this lady was saying how like in Celtic mythology, especially, she's like, there's a ton of goddesses, and they typically were like in charge of the land. There was like well maidens that would like you'd walk by, and they would like dole you out some water for there was enough stuff for everyone until like a rapacious king got too greedy and raped all the well maidens.
Yes,
and everything got all fucked up.
Dude, get the well maidens,
dude. But this lady, she's talking, she's doing her thing, and this lady. Actually, I asked the first question. I was curious about this. I was like, "Does anyone?" I was like, "Is there any?" It was pretty funny.
You asked like a ridiculous, dude. Like, what were like the well maidens like?
Were they hot? I was actually asking my mom's uncle. Used to, when I would go to his house, would always tell him like he lived in an apartment basement. My mom would like drop me off there and run errands, and I was just sitting there just so freaked out. And he'd be like, "There's a man who comes around and he has a big bag and he throws little boys like you." And I was like, he takes them away. So I asked her, I'm like, my mom's uncle used to tell me about this story about this guy with a bag. He used to bring little kids away. I don't know if he was just like with me or if that's like tied to actual folklore in like Ireland. This lady's from Ireland. She was like, yeah. She was like, sounds like the Puka Man. She's like, where is he from, Kerry? I was like, yeah, Kerry, Cork, like right around there. She goes, yeah, that's like really common around there. The lady hits the folklore from just word of mouth. Here he was giving me oral tradition, dude.
Yeah, man.
Just being like the Puka Man. Apparently the Puka Man would pick up little like bad boys and cart them around and just drop you off somewhere, and you'd be like, and you have to like run away. He would. I don't think they would. I think some of them would eat you or fuck you up, but it was like you would get like
just pick you up and drop you off
you
somewhere.
get picked up and you'd be in the Puka
You're being a
Man's
bad
bag.
boy.
Dude, you're being a bad boy.
My dad Puka Man to me.
Did he really?
Remember that time he just dropped me off like 3 miles from my house?
Yeah,
It's an old Irish tradition, dude.
I'm telling you,
if your boy's being bad, you drop him off at the park.
Put him in a
3
sack,
miles
dude.
away.
You confuse him in a sack.
I was like, Dad, we're passing our exit. He just dropped me off at this.
Well, I didn't realize how like apparently the Christianity like hit Ireland pretty hard, but that other like the fairy, they call it like the fairy religion, that like stayed around forever. So that's why he'd always be like, "There's a little man in my room if you go in." Like they believe in like this weird the other world, and it's called the other side, or the other world or whatever. And it's just like it's always around at all times. And if you like during like Halloween or if you like go out in the ocean a certain way, you can just enter the other world. You don't know you're in it. So it was, dude. It's like wild. She was like talking about
Stranger
all that.
Things for mix.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you just
much.
drink too much.
You're just
Like,
drunk.
there's evil fairies trying to fuck me now.
I'm in the other world.
I'm in the other world. I can't talk to you now.
So that was wild, dude. So this lady. So you know, everyone's having a good time. I asked my
So
question.
wait, so she's giving a lecture, and then she's like, "All right, we're gonna open this up to questions." You're like, "Excuse me, my uncle used to tell me a guy with a bag was gonna get me." What's that about?
Pretty much.
That's a risk, because if she would have been like, "I've never heard of such a thing,"
And that's what I
you'd
said.
just be sitting there like, "Cool, pretty cool."
That's why I was like, I'm going to preface it. This question might end with a hard no, but, and I was like, and she was like, yeah, it sounds like, So then this next lady comes up. You tell she's been waiting for this. She's like, now that women are like being mistreated more than ever, dude. And
She led with, "Now that women are being mistreated
literally,
more
dude,
than ever."
Yeah. Like more than ever, women are going on this thing. And
What world is she from?
dude, this lady had just got done talking about like ancient times and like everyone was getting raped left and right. And like, dude, it was crazy. So I'm like sitting there and I could tell this lady is chomping at the bit. And a couple ladies like, like nodding.
It's
and
so
stuff.
hard for us now.
Yeah, man, it was wild.
That's a lady gives a speech about like, we've been getting raped for millennia. It's been so hard for years. And then somebody's like, now that it's really hard for women.
Now it's the worst. This lady was like, it's increasingly da-da-da-da. And dude, this lady without like shut the was just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, because she basically purported like, we need to shift to like all women leadership, blah, blah, blah. And the lady was just like, yeah, I don't know. She's like, I hear about the patriarchy. She's like, I don't know that a matriarchy will be much better though. She's like, we need more of like a synthesis and like have things.
Yeah.
She just made too much sense, dude. It didn't like it, dude. It, like
They
they
did
kind
not
of
like
like you can tell they're a little bit
Oh.
scorned, like and then the next lady just asked some other question. Like I was ready. I was getting the next lady was like, well, it's just weird. You like talk about how like ancient Celtic women were like in charge of like spiritual matters. You know, like relating it to like its psychology and therapy, and yet like I don't know, I just like don't really see how that applies now since it's like a male-dominated field. It's therapy is a dominated field.
Yeah, it's like look around.
I'm in school.
Look around this room.
Literally all women. It was 90% women in the
Yeah.
room. And I'm just like looking. I was with me. I was like, here.
Ooh.
It was funny. She was on her little, when the lady said it, she went, pfft. Yeah, it was, dude, I was watching that and I was like, this, I emailed the lady, so I'll probably do a little interview with her in July.
Is there anything better than Bayes turning on feminism?
Yo, bro.
When your Bayes like, listen, this is
Well, dude,
about feminism.
It was funny because I'm reading her book and she's clearly like, this is how women got fucked through the ages. This is what happened. Like, we've gotten boned so hard. Basically being like Christianity came in, and then like if a woman was like, I'm not down with this, they were like, yeah, dude, burn this witch. And like there's all this stuff like that. So she's like, now we're trying to figure out a way, like we're not going to like rise in this world pretending to be men or like imitating the bad qualities of men when we're just women. We should find out our own thing and, you know, this and that. Dude, it's like a great message, dude.
Yeah.
It's not disempowering. It's more because, dude, I was literally last week talking about that, how they just like get these like shitty male personas, like women who like have like they get this like nasty like male.
I've been talking about that for a while, like with comedy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
female
dude.
comedy is just like, oh, we're bros.
Yes.
Like, so I was like sucking dick the other day, and I was like, I'll just get another abortion because I'm out here partying. It's like, that's not comedy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's the exact thing you hate about douche male comedy.
Dude, it's mind-boggling. Yeah, you said that a while ago.
Every movie, well, they're just remaking old bro movies with girls acting like bros.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like, you know, I got to get some tonight. And they're like, oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
The funniest is when you pulled out the new archetype of the
Asian, hip-hop Asian.
Hip-hop Asian,
They just
dude.
broke out a new commercial with 2 Chainz and some Asian lady getting their nails done. And they're talking about the iPhone. She's like, yo, get this. I had to delete my picture of my grandma to take a picture of my grandma. What's up with that? And 2 Chainz is like, that's crazy.
True.
It's just like, holy, really doing this?
Yeah, dude. Although the demographics, I saw this interview, and it was talking about how now they're trying to advertise the millennials, and the demographics have shifted big time, where it was like 70-something% white. Now it's like 50 and 50. It's like 50% white, and then there's like 50% non-white, basically, in terms of demographics to advertise to now in the United States. The demographics have shifted big time, dude.
Well, everybody can get behind black people.
Yeah.
When it comes to advertising.
And well, the thing is,
so it's like Asians can act black.
And that's
fire
the thing.
that up.
You're gonna, you're gonna have basically
this goes for everybody.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, it's like now it's like hip with enough white people. Most minority, although there's some stodgy minorities who are going to see like LeBron James who are going to be like, meh. There's like some old white men, Indian men kicking around.
Yeah, but they're not, they're not buying Sprite.
True. They're probably not really bothered by it either.
Yeah. My dad, I got to witness, because there was a Sprite commercial that I knew was going to fuck my dad.
What was it?
I knew it was going to. It's just like, there's one of just Migos in like a mansion riding like kids' tricycles.
Yeah.
Dressed like Migos, screaming gibberish like Migos. You know what I mean? Like, hey, brr, Sprite, like just complete gibberish, dressed like retards.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Sprite, obey your thirst. Like just show thirst. Like, and that's the whole commercial. And then the other one's Ray Shremmerd. Those 2 kids in a dorm apparently where someone's making beats, and they're like, yeah. That's it.
Sprite.
And it's just like Sprite, lemonade.
Do they ever sip it and go, ah?
Yeah, they do that. And they're doing like dances and all that. It's great. But I just knew for a fact. Because first off, I barely recognized Ray Shremmerd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I saw them and I was like, that's Ray Shremmerd. Otherwise, the commercial makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just 2 black dudes that are horrible at acting. Like it just makes no sense.
Look at these
like,
guys.
obey your thirst. Like real bad.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to find dad. And during the NBA Finals, I got to watch him watch that.
What did he say?
He was like, what the f*** is that? He was just so mad. He was like, what the f*** is this? He's like, who's this?
That's so
it's just
funny.
Migos riding kids' tricycles through like a...
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Like Versailles. Like this beautiful mansion.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What the hell?
Like, what was that? He's just sitting there drinking vodka out of a plastic cup in the dark in like an undershirt.
It's
just
so
like,
funny to think about that.
What's going on in this world?
Dude, to think about that is projected across America and have like a bunch of dudes at the same time, like,
Just dudes in recliners, like, what the
Dude, I was listening to the radio last night, and they named like 4 or 5 artists that I was like, all right, I'm officially out of the loop.
Yeah. Apparently,
Some
when,
light skinned Keisha or shit.
there's one that's like Billie Eilish or something. She's like the number one. I had no idea who she was.
I thought Cardi B was like the biggest sensation or whatever.
Oh, I saw a great Cardi B commercial.
What?
You would love it. I was watching YouTube videos, and one of the commercials is a Pepsi commercial.
Oh yeah, she's like the Pepsi.
And she's
thing.
like, I forget what she said. He's like, could I get a Coke? They're like, oh, or could I get a Pepsi? And she's like, we only have Coke. And then Cardi B's like, brr, brr, like just does that noise, and everyone's like, what the hell is that? And then like a black is in another booth, and it's like, brr, starts making the noise, and then they're like, Pepsi. That's it.
What the?
It's chaos, dude.
Fuck.
It's wild.
I'm telling you, they've had a hard time figuring out how to advertise in general, aside from race.
It's not for me to throw in a dip. I'm getting fired up. I'm mad about it.
Dip.
I'm mad about that black the diner knowing how to.
And you're like, what? Dad, sit down.
Dad, don't.
What is it? What is that noise?
What is going on?
Why can't I have Coke?
He's like, where are we, son? Think how confusing that has to be for an old dude.
Yeah,
to
dude.
see a Ray Shremmerd like be like, hey, it's Sprite. He's like, what the f is this?
Wait till he's 80, dude. That's like I remember my pop just being like utterly confused, dude.
That's why.
He would just watch sports, cable TV, the news, and just drink beer and sit in a recliner, and he must have had no clue.
Every
what was going on.
every commercial break must have just been chaos.
Dude, we would talk about the internet. Oh, he would look at him, and it's like I don't think he understood anything they were saying, and then look at me and go and like laugh, and I'm like, all right, dude. Like a Liberty Mutual commercial. I'm like, oh, I guess it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny when geezers like a commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they'll be like, look at this, check this one out. It's like a Geico like hump day
It's like,
commercial.
Yeah,
It's like, that's good.
dude.
Drinking and like watching baseball, and then it cuts to a Cardi B Pepsi commercial. You literally must just be like,
Imagine seeing
I'm
a
out.
fake ass.
you just get launched into space at every commercial break. You're just
Oh.
out in the ether, floating like, where am
Cardi
I?
B has ass implants. So imagine like not knowing people can have ass implants and seeing an ass that being like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Like humans are evolved before your eyes. You're just
Yeah,
like, what the fuck
bottom
is
of the
this?
fifth inning. Phillies versus Reds. All of a sudden, you see a new body you've never seen. Somebody going, brrr. What?
You don't know what that is, and you're like, I don't.
Yeah, I was just home. I was just my grandma.
Oh yeah.
She's getting close to biting the dust if she hasn't already.
She hasn't yet.
She's survived.
She's a fighter, dude.
She is a
on.
she's a mean old Irish.
I hope she lives forever.
She might, and that's kind of it's funny to hear my family be like, like she was like on her deathbed, and they're like she might not make it through the night, and then the next day my mom came back and she was standing, fully clothed, like walking around.
What?
She was wearing like clothes.
Sure, she's not a ghost.
She might be a ghost, dude. She said,
Damn.
yeah, there was like some sad moments where she was asking for my grandpa.
Really?
Yeah, he's dead.
She'd be like, well,
She'd be like, yeah, it's like, well, just
He's
fucking
right over there.
hold your breath.
yeah.
Hold your breath for as long as you can.
Here,
You're gonna meet him.
smell this pillow.
What's it smell like to you?
I think one of the states just legalized voluntary euthanization.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
I heard the commercial. It's like, it's my life. And I'm like,
commercial was fucking Migos, just like skirt out of here.
yeah,
dude.
it was like a commercial for like killing yourself. And I was just like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
dude,
I'm
we're
like,
already there. We're already dads watching baseball.
oh, dude, I'm fucked up.
You're in the recliner in between innings,
Luckily,
just like
I'm out. I'm like luckily off Facebook and all that. You can't imagine just that daily dose every day was fucking me up. Of just opening it up and being like, what the?
Yeah, I got on today. I was telling you that tweet. Joe Biden tweeted out some shit that was like, America was built on the middle class. Like, we need to help them. And so one of our black folks was like, slaves built this country, you piece of shit. It's just like, dude, come on.
Yeah, so come on, man.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Every day I just get on Twitter and it's a different person just spewing shit's like half true.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, just shut up. You don't know anything.
Well, it's also like yeah,
Not that particular issue, but you know what I mean.
yeah, you'd have to define like, all right, so
What's everything?
Yeah,
What do you like?
helped boost that economy starting out for sure. People were stoked on it, but to be like, yeah, like New York City,
I don't want to talk
like
slavery.
New York City was built on slave
I
labor.
don't want to talk slaves, dude.
I mean, I hear you. I'll talk slaves.
Nah, I don't want to talk slaves.
I'll talk slaves.
You had them. That's why you'll talk.
Never had them, bro.
You had them.
Never had them.
Bit of a had them
Someone
over here.
indentured servant my aunties, dude.
True. They got picked up by that
Nothing
Buku
pissed-
man or whatever.
The Puku man?
Yeah. You got
the
you.
Puka Man.
Puka Man.
Puka Man will throw you in a sack, dude.
Puka Man dropped me
you'll
off
be a
at-
maid at the DuPonts.
Puka Man dropped me off at the park after I held my dad in the revolving doors at the vet.
Dude, I called my mom right away and tell her about the Puka Man, and she was obviously from all of it. She was so excited to hear about that. But she said that like that's how all her she calls them aunties. If you're black, you call them aunties. I
Yeah.
get chill all the time from my girlfriend. She's like, I'm like,
What if you're O'Connor?
What about your aunt? Oh yeah, he called aunt. He say aunt?
Of course he does.
What?
He's from Connecticut, dude.
Oh.
My aunt.
Yeah, dude, I'm like the lone man on that. I'll hear
It's aunt.
I always say aunt, and she's like, I'm not a bug. And I'm like, dude, I'm not calling her aunt.
E.
Auntie. It's auntie. But my mom would call them auntie, her old aunties. And they would like literally like thought they saw ghosts like every other week. They'd be like, I heard someone
Yeah.
was like, go to bed, Eileen. I ran upstairs and went under my blanket.
Ran straight to bed.
They used to work in
Twas a ghoul.
they used to work. They were maids for the DuPonts, so they would be in the DuPont's house, and then like every night, like they'd like whatever rich lady would come down and be like, "Oh, good morning, Eileen." She'd be like, "I heard voices down here. The table was set up, and someone was having a tea party." And they'd be like, "All right, man."
Yeah, whatever.
Some old Irish lady every day would tell you a ghost story. Be like, "Last night I heard a clamoring, and I came down."
Tell you what, broads love ghosts. That's
sure.
definitely where that like Celtic mythology comes from, of like women being like in a different.
was
They're
a-
just in a different realm.
Yeah, it was like CSI 24. Dude.
Women are like convinced ghosts are. Women, every chick I know has been like, I know ghosts are real.
For sure. That's their. I'm telling you, that's the feminine.
Dude, every fucking time.
Feminine
never mind.
oversoul. I mean, dude, go
Women are
just
fucking dumb.
sit outside of a psychic thing with a clicker, and it's like, tell me how many dudes you get coming in and out of there. Me, if I'm on a double date the first time.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go.
Dude, when I
I've
went
never
to-
been there.
I went to the one time with Brittany, and the lady had my hand right in front of Brittany and was like, "You'll be married soon." I was like, "Yeah, no, just divorced actually," but I was like, "Probably not." It was pretty.
She's like, oh, that's probably what I was getting.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I was
for
picking up.
sure.
I knew there was something marriage.
Did I say married? I thought you're gonna eat pussy tonight. And I was like, all right. She's
All right,
good.
Here's $5.
She's good.
There you go.
Obviously knows what she's doing.
No, I just said women are dumb, and I do want to take that back.
No,
But
they're just more
they're very susceptible to
they're more magical minded.
ghosts.
More magical minded. I would
Ghosts
say.
will get you.
I have a strong anima, so I'm very animal minded, or
Yeah,
not magical minded.
I can tell that about
A
you.
lot of magical thinking.
I'm not into that.
Well, this is a
A
bitter
ghost,
pill.
I mean, we've talked about it. A ghost attacked me, and I'm still like, nah,
Still don't
ghosts
believe
are
him.
not real.
Dude, the bitter pill I was wrestling with the other day is the the inevitable extinction of the human species. Like when people were like, "No, we're gonna go to Mars," I'm like, pretty sure we're gonna be extinct. I'm pretty sure every animal that lives gets extinct at one point. And it's coming for us, dude. The black hand of total non-existence is coming for the entire race. I would say in about 100 years, 150.
Whoa,
I think it's
Come
gonna
on,
come
man.
about 150 years.
no, that's short.
Dude. People say that, but it's like all it takes is like one comet to fail us. We have no control.
Yeah,
over
but
it.
think about how long humans have been around. You're gonna calling 150 years within that window is short.
I mean, dude, here's the thing. If I'm right, I'll never get props.
True.
And if I'm wrong, I'll be dead.
Yeah, true.
I mean, the best thing you can do is just call for the end of humanity. If you're right, it's like,
Yeah, people,
told you so.
bunch of like preachers and showing that at the Millennium 2K.
Oh,
Everyone was calling it. They were like, Millennium is when we.
About to blow up, dude.
The
Yeah.
Millennium came by, and they're like, oh, I mean, next one.
Next Aeon. Well, I'm thinking in terms of just overpopulation and all this. Like, it's built into it. The better we make everything, the more people are going to be. And if the more people here, it's like,
Well, the more people, there might be a mass death.
we're going to get hit with a hard bubonic, dude.
Yeah, we get hit with a
We got a
decent
bubonic,
plague.
we got a bubonic brewing that's going to fuck people up.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, just the inevitability, even if it's not for like 500 years or like 900, like,
Yeah.
we're definitely all going to check out. At some point, we're going to be obliterated.
Every once in a while, there's like a flight from like Qatar that's
Yeah.
like just held at the airport at JFK. It's like, don't get these flies off this thing. Who knows? Like, just like a disease, like some flight
Oh,
from fucking
yeah.
Somalia.
Yeah.
And they're like, you'll see the news, and it's like flights being held at JFK.
Do they really do
Yeah,
that?
they'll quarantine a plane and be like, all right, somebody on here's got something.
What do they give them? Like Ludens?
I don't know. They got a fucking.
Fisherman's friend to
Yeah.
get out there.
I don't know. I just saw a video of this.
What do they do on an air? Like, what do they do?
It was all Ebola and like that was going on.
Like, here's some complimentary Purell. Eat it.
Yeah.
Like, squirt this in your mouth.
Yeah. Or they just take them out back.
Do you think? And wipe their butt?
Dude, you got to see this video. This Saudi Arabian flight. I think it was Saudi Arabian.
What do they do?
It is chaos, dude. Trash all up and down the aisle. So they all just throw trash on the floor.
Why?
And then they all take squatting. The bathroom's just covered in shit.
Did you see this?
Oh, Reddit.
Stop.
Dude.
You're saying on this, if I got to fly to, what if we get called to Saudi Arabia? So I was planning on live cast Saudi Arabia. It was something I'm trying to get going.
You want to go to Mecca?
For sure, dude.
Whew.
I'm gonna blast out of the wall while people are running around it.
I had a
Episode 1049.
dude. I had a filler Mecca joke. I did this weekend at Bananas.
Yeah.
Just
How was
ate
Nanner?
Ate it. Dude.
What?
It was me in like a hotel lobby of like 40 wops, and they first off they do not like getting called wops,
No, dude.
which is hilarious. I'm like, are you guys really getting upset about this?
What'd they say?
And they were just like, no, we don't care. It's like you guys are definitely hurt.
Oh my god.
I was like, I thought we could frown about it. But anyway,
Dude, I just watched Rocky. His name is Mick.
yeah,
He's an
I was
Irish
like,
guy.
you can call me a Mick. I don't care. Oh, you know, greasy cop piece of shit. It's funny.
They
got upset. This lady,
Really?
dude, I called this lady. I told her she looked like Mike Ditka in the front row. It was far from there. So, well, no, she looked exactly like Mike Ditka.
Oh my god.
She looked
I don't
exactly.
even know what Mike Ditka looks
Dude,
like, man. It's so
she
fucking
looked
fun.
exactly.
I mean, I can picture it. Yeah.
Exactly like Mike Ditka. She's in the front row.
Fuck.
And I got to the bottom of the story. She brought her 3 friends with her. So she was pissed that the show sucked.
Okay.
The show sucked.
How did Connie do?
He did all right, but it was a tough room.
Bunch of Ginzos, dude.
Bunch of old ops that were just like what the phone wanted there.
I still stand Ginzo in Mayo, dude. Up in the front. I was up in New York.
Hilarious.
Equal people were not feeling it either.
Dude.
I was like,
So I got on and I asked her, I was like, what's your, because I saw her the whole set for O'Connor. She was mean mugging him. And I'm like, as
just
soon as
lost
I got
it?
on stage, I was like, what the your problem? Like, what is, and she explained what, and I was like, you brought your friends.
yeah,
You're embarrassed that the show sucks. It's all right.
yeah.
Like, well, I was like, who do you like Jeff Dunham, right? And she was like, love him. And I was like, all right, this is not for you.
Oh, that's
This show's not for you.
hilarious.
And then like, I thought of it, and I remember looking at my phone and seeing where it was.
Sure.
I was like minutes into my set, and I was like, I say that this woman looks like Mike. I'm gonna ruin this. I still got to do 45 more minutes, and the crowd's gonna hate me. But I was like, I was like, listen, this is too funny not to say. And I was like, if you're here, who's coaching the 1985 Chicago Bears? And like one dude was like, ah! One dude got it. No one else knew what I was talking about. The lady wasn't even offended.
Oh, she probably Googled
She
it.
was just like,
How old
but-
was she?
probably like 55, 50.
She wasn't that advanced in her geezerdom where she probably internalized that one. Dude, we told her.
But I was like, you guys
make
should
it
leave.
55 years and someone tells you you look like the 85 Bears football coach.
I was like, you guys should leave.
The worst one, she probably went home and like told her husband. He's like, "What do you call you?"
Oh man, she looked like without the mustache. She had his exact haircut, and she just arms crossed, front row. And I was a little drunk. It was the late show, and I was like, "Why are you here?"
She might herself, dude.
I hope.
If she's gonna go to everyone she
She was
knows,
too
they're
dumb.
all just gonna be like, they're gonna
was
tell
too-
her, "You can believe this," and they're gonna laugh in her face.
She was too dumb to.
You think so?
Yeah, that was water off a duck. I was like, "You look like Mike Ditka." She was like, "Be funny." I was like, "All right."
Oh my god!
I was like,
dude.
"You have no idea how good that joke was,
Oh my
lady."
god! You should have snapped pic.
Yeah, one dude came up afterwards, and he was like, "I didn't see her until after the show, like when she was walking out." And he's like, "When I saw her, he was crying." Because like when I made the joke, she was in the front row, so he couldn't see her. And then when she walked out, dude, that's how funny it was. 45 minutes later, the guy was like, "Pa!"
Oh my god! So the crowd was one guy laughed. You gotta just be like, all right.
I had to just power through
Dude,
it.
I made fun of a lady's gear clothes one time, and
You can't hurt a lady's
I
feelings.
did like a 20-minute.
People hate you.
Dude, I did like a 20-minute set a while ago in like a pizza place in New Jersey. And I was like, who the dressed you? And I started making fun of this lady's clothes. Dude, I think I was like, nice Sinbad shirt, dude. Crowd went silent. Everyone turned on me. And
It's worth
I'd
it.
been like backing and forth with everybody.
Yeah.
As soon as I trashed this lady's gear, she instantly got sad and the crowd just got silent on me. And I was like,
My bad.
it's the same. I had a couple of minutes left. I was like, fuck.
Oh, see, this was the beginning of a headlining
She was
set.
trashing me. She's like, you're not funny. I was
Exactly.
like, yeah, dude, nice shirt. Where'd you go to get that from Sinbad's closet? I was like, where'd you get that from the Sinbad section at Kohl's? And she was like,
Yeah, that was. I got O'Connor to laugh and some dude.
dude, when old ladies floss, it's sick.
Oh, man.
When they hit 55
This
and
lady
lose
was
their
flossing.
periods.
She was wearing like a cheetah print, like silk.
Dude. Super flashy.
Yeah, it was
I don't
insane.
know what the happens in an old lady's mind when they go through menopause. It's nothing but like imitation Gucci buttons.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
big
ridiculous.
flowery. Like they peacock hard, dude.
They do, which is
They're
weird.
probably desperately trying to get the D. If you're a chick, you're trying to really get the D. You got to start throwing on like the 1992 like in living color gear.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. So after that, also the club owner before the show. So I'm like, how are tickets? And she's like, light. And I was like, yeah, of course.
What's bananas?
And she was like, yeah, it's nice out. Nobody wants to see stand up. She was like, although I wish I was at St. Louis. They have Mark Maron this weekend. I was like, cool.
Yeah,
I
cool.
wish I was at St. Louis. It's a better,
Yeah, for real.
like, what the,
Yeah.
don't be a club owner and be like, I wish I was at a different club. They have a good headline. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not a big Maron fan in the first place.
Yeah, I didn't give a fool.
Yeah.
It guarantees he's not going to say anyone looks like Mike D.
Exactly, dude.
That's worth the price, dude.
Dude, that
I'd rather watch a comic go on stage and fight the audience
big time.
than somebody have like prepared like, and then I said, "Your grandma."
Yeah. Or just tell cool like celebrity stories. If I had a guess, that'd be a big one
Yeah,
for the boy.
yeah,
He'd be up there like, yeah, so I was with Chappelle and
yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
The overall though, it was
Calling
good.
lady a 85 Bears football coach is like, that's something that guy will out for about a week.
Yeah, it was good.
Fucking, dude, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice.
Also, it's like it's
Oh.
a room full of. Do you still feel that when you go do stand up and you're like, again, this is a room full of Italian geezers, and you're like,
Oh, I'm fucked.
Christ.
Well, I got on. Well, the thing is I've been going with like Jay and Dan, where they're like selling out, and
Yeah.
it's fans.
Yeah.
So like I'm no matter what I say, I'm crushing.
yeah.
And then when I have to go do stuff by my own, I get like 3 fans.
What is it with the geezers that just
And
come
then
out?
geezers. Well, in North Jersey, geezers love.
Geezers rule in New
Dude.
Jersey. Yeah.
Also, me and O'Connor went to the Bada Bing
How was that?
from The Sopranos. It was
Oh.
right around the corner. We went to it.
Was it tight?
Nightmare.
What?
It was horrible. They can't be naked and serve food or something and alcohol. So it was
Who
just
made that rule?
I don't know. It was just fat
So
chicks.
what are they worried
It
about?
was just fat chicks in like bikinis.
It was like Tony. It was
slowly
just like Tony's
dancing.
sister.
Really, it really was, dude. Slowly like no effort, just standing there. I mean, we went at like 2 p.m., but it was still.
Still.
There was also a guy with a full wop geezer standing exactly where Tony stands,
Stop.
just sitting there by himself with like a bracelet on.
Oh, I was
I
about
was like,
to
this
say
is so pathetic.
that's got to be like WAP paradise. You go in there and pretend to be a
Well,
mobster.
that was a joke. That this is what led us here because that was the joke that I was like, "Phew, that was a masterpiece. You guys don't even understand. I told them that WAPs go in and circle the bar 5 times. I was like big as Hodge for WAPs. Got nothing.
you just had the wrong people there,
I was
dude.
like, I was
that
like,
just
listen.
hit, you were flying too close to home,
I was
dude.
like that. I was like, that just hit me right now, guys.
Bro, you just
Come on.
you just crashed a plane into the penny, dude. Can't be doing that. Call that back. They've all probably been there. Hey, put
is
the
wild.
bracelet on, dude.
Like,
You
I'm
called
pretty
it.
much Tony
You
right
probably
now.
go there, then order like Russian hookers and like go home to their wives and they're like, nothing to worry about it.
Yeah.
Get off my case.
That's my guma.
She's
Come
like,
on.
Just if you're waking up tomorrow to go cut lawns or whatever. Hey,
Hey, lady, get off my
I got
back.
some side action going on in the betting books.
Yeah, that's me and O'Connor just saw this guy and we're like, Jesus. We left. We didn't even get a drink.
How could you?
It was
You guys were repulsed.
disgusting, dude. Super clean. I'll give Bada
Okay.
Bang that.
Sure.
But it was just like it looked like a sports bar with no windows and then just 2 fat ladies dancing behind the bar. That was it. And they weren't even naked. It just Bada Bing stinks.
True, that's kind of puts you in a weird position when there's 2 fat ladies. Like, well, at least let's have them naked.
Yeah.
It's funny they can't do that where they serve food. I feel like Delilah serves food and they like
Yeah.
popping pussies,
Yeah. I don't know.
popping pussies, dude.
Dude, there's so many poozies getting popped, dude. Shout out Gerbs.
Did they get someone like or like get like a pube in like a steak or something? Might be a Jersey law.
Yeah, maybe.
Governor probably had a pube in his steak and was like,
Christie?
unacceptable.
Christie's not going to let that happen, dude.
No.
He's gonna be ticked
Dude,
if
how
you
about him
ruin it.
getting caught causing traffic jams?
Awesome.
Is there be anything more unlikable? That's like a scandal that hits people so hard to like if you ever sat in traffic, you're like,
Oh,
dude.
true.
I have a whole new.
That is like I could hear about Benghazi and be like, that's totally. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if someone was like, I caused a traffic jam, I'd be like, all right,
mother-
execute him.
Terrorism,
If this
dude.
was old times, he'd be getting the guillotine.
Dude.
The guillotine worthy.
Dude, I was in oh my, what the fuck was I looking at? I can't remember. It was some sort of like, was I in the YouTube comment? I was watching like the YouTube comments of some video, and I'm reading through, and I'm in my head, I was like, dude, you know, you go there and like, oh my God, this is like the worst of people. It's like,
Yeah.
people used to live in the YouTube comments back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
people would comment on you IRL and just kill. It was like, that's how people like, we're so much more advanced than that. And you go in there, it's like, it was a kid. The video's hilarious. It's this kid who is getting his car towed. It was on. I like to watch public freakouts. I watch public freakouts like you watch TikTok.
Yeah.
And this guy was getting his car towed, and it was a sick move. He smashed his car up and was blaming it on the tow truck driver. There was like a little piece of plastic in there, and he was like, "You ruined my car." And the guy's like, "Nah, dude, you just smashed your car. I dragged it. You're supposed to pick it up. You don't know anything about towing, you idiot." And this guy starts screaming at the towing guy. And I was watching at one point, there's like a bunch of Jamaican dudes in like the place where the car's getting taken to, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta go."
That's bad news.
Bro,
That's bad
they're
news.
just these old guys, and like, he did it, he pulled a hit, and dude, and the guy's like, "Shut up, you old Jamaican," and they're like, dude,
Oh.
and they start going off on him. The mom's like, "Stop, Joshua, stop!"
Damn, he called him old Jamaican
They called him an
retards.
old. Shut up, you old Jamaican. It was so literally he called him an old Jamaican. And the mom goes, "Joshua," and he's like, "Man," he's like, "I will." Guys, he's spazzing out.
Oh.
Everyone in the comments was like, "Piece of shit." Guy's obviously a piece of shit. It was just so funny. All these people like, "Man, I would have him up." It's
How
like,
dare
dude.
he talk to Jamaicans that way?
Yeah, they're like, that's why kids need respect. Da, da, da. And I'm like, shut up, you loser. I just watched
Jamaican
it, watched it and was like, this kid's freaking out. Backing up, and he called the guy an old Jamaican bitch. And then he like literally towards the end, he goes, "Get in the car, mom."
Yes.
And then mom gets in the car.
Wait, how old was this kid?
He's probably like 19. Yeah, he was wilding out, dude. He spazzed. He crashed his car and just fully bratted out. But it's like I'm watching this and all these people being like, "Idiot." It's just all like
Yeah.
morning radio listeners being like, "Tell you what I would do," and it's just
Yeah.
the same comment ninth into infinity,
Yeah.
and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people that act like Tony at the Bada Bing.
Exactly, dude.
That dude was probably commenting on it when I saw him.
He's probably like, "Hey."
He's like, I would have taught that kid respect. He's Jamaican. Never mind.
Yeah, the kid who was a white Joshua was yelling at the Jamaicans because they were like,
How'd the Jamaicans handle it?
they fucked it. 'Cause
They
were
would
like,
not like that.
they were telling him how we had a Toyota, and he was just like, "Shut up, you old Jamaican bitch." And the guy, "Oh, bombalana." Dude, they started freaking out.
bumper clot, you blood clot,
Oh my
rude boy.
God. Me a number
That's a
one
ru-
shotter.
That's a real rude boy. Calling
Yeah,
a Jamaican a bitch.
You call a Jamaican dude an old Jamaican, instantly turns into that dude with the feathers from Belly, dude. He turns,
Yeah.
Apparently, rude boys in Jamaica dress like that.
Yeah.
They go like full like Indian
Tribal
headdress,
shit.
like leather, tight leather. They dress like stars, dude.
Great.
The rude boys in Jamaica dress like,
Jamaicans will fuck.
yeah, dude.
I wouldn't fuck him.
Dude, they're fighting a bunch of old Jamaican mechanics. Like, good luck,
impossible.
dude. Good fuck. But yeah, he was just wilding out. Get in the car, and he's like, "I will fuck you guys, dude." This dude was going nuts. The cameraman was just like, "Ha ha," just laughing, filming him, be like, "Oh, that's so funny." But dude, I was actually, I've been, I mean, obviously, I got crashed into, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was doing this beforehand, but now like I barely ever drive because if I have my base car, I'll drive. If not, I just ride the bike. My new approach to driving now is just I'm just part of it. We're all in the same. Me and everyone on the road are just all in the same team. It's just a one big collective effort. Makes driving so nice, just to drive and just be like, "All right, guys, let's all get here safely." And if someone like there's none of that, like me for everyone. You know, everyone's more or less racing each other. Like, "No, you're in my way.
I
You're
hate
in
it.
my way."
Oh, my God.
You drive really nice and easy and calm. I was like always facing. Dude, you cause yourself. At least for me, I was causing myself so much stress out of at least a couple hours a day. Where
For
I was
sure.
just like, if someone would speed past me, I'd be like, "What do you think you're doing?" I would speed.
Yeah.
It'll make me want to drive faster. Now it's just like, all right, we're all on the same team. When I let people, it's so funny when they come to the four-way stop sign, I give people like double point thumbs up. I'm like, "You got it, dude. You got it." And people just look at me like, "What?" The
Yeah, that would
fuck?"
bother me.
Dude, I'm
Someone gave me a thumbs up, I'd be like, fuck you, dude.
I'm broadcasting positive vibes on the road, dude. Most people like it, but then like it's funny because I had this guy pull up on my ass recently. I was on 95, and it snapped me out of it. And even I was like, "All right, dude, relax." And I'm like, "No, I should probably speed up. Let me see if I." And I try to get over. Dude, the traffic just stopped in front of me. I jammed the brakes real quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like when people drive like assholes,
I
you set
hate
off
it.
a chain reaction
Yeah.
that affects everybody on the
For
road
miles.
And it's like all you're going to gain is maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Of your, what I would guess, like frustrated, weird, rushed life of just being like, man, me first. Why can't I get?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, slow the f down. I've been driving on the road, dude. Everyone just being on everyone's team. This has haunted me since I was little. I would sit in like the station wagon facing like the back, and when cars would pass me, I'd be like,
Piece of shit.
I would feel like a loser every single time a car passed our family car. I'd be like,
Yeah. No, I get it.
So, dude, it's like when I started driving, I was just like, yeah. And even with my drive with Brittany, she's like, he's not driving fast. It's like, dude, you're in his way. It's like you're someone in your way is not like, I'm like, everyone on the road feels that way of like, what the fuck, I want to drive faster. It's like, dude, not everyone's signing up to have you drive 90 miles an hour and risk everyone's life right now.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, I hate it.
it's so nice. I drive. It's so peaceful now. I just enjoy myself. Giving thumbs up to everyone. If someone needs to get in, hit the brakes, dude. Hit them with a big thumbs. And
Oh, I let people merge.
for sure, dude.
I get upset when they don't wave.
Yeah,
That bothers me.
it's kind of dickish for sure, dude. I was at Spud's today. I went there and I
Oh
walked
yeah.
his dog.
R.I.P. Spud, dude.
R.I.P. Spud, dude. His knees fucked, dude. He is
T's and P's to the Spud dog.
for sure, dude. He's on a couch right now. You saw a spot.
Yeah.
He's just laying on a couch right now, no TV. He can't
Ooh.
even. He can't move his leg.
Why not? Well, he doesn't have TV.
He's a warrior, dude. He just looks at his phone. So he's on a couch for 2 weeks. He can't move his leg. He's just going.
He's gonna be going to war on Reddit.
He's exactly.
That's all he's doing.
He, besides having a TV, he's like it's like 1700s. He's just chilling in electricity. He's just chilling in his house and he's just on a couch, laying there, his knee straight, just on Reddit and just laying there. It's like
That's dangerous.
that's a nice. That's a nice. He's going on a hard dopamine fast. He's like, I'm just gonna fight here and stare at the ceiling for 2 weeks. I was like, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
I think
Or he's gonna lose his find.
He might.
It's wild.
I'll be over there, dude. I'll be over
Spud's
there.
probably listening to this right now, dude.
He probably think
God bless you,
you think he
Spud.
tapped in. Oh yeah,
He's listening.
True. I thought you meant like right now.
What a
right
true
now. Like, I
warrior.
think he figured something out. He is a warrior, dude. He's literally. Anyways, he can't even move his legs. So I'm like, I was like trying to map out how he's gonna like stuff. All he can do is just roll over and pick a
I might
bucket.
have to FaceTime. I've been FaceTiming Billy.
FaceTime to Spud, man,
Me
dude.
and, me and the Kenworth kid have been FaceTiming. Dude, I was at the pool at Bananas at the hotel. I was at the pool FaceTiming him. He's like, are there kids around? I was like, yeah. He's like, put that shit away, dude, because I had my shirt off. And then I hung up, and I was like, he's right. I put my shirt on and went inside.
Dude, him and Spud bullying the Come Town subreddit is so funny.
Oh, man. It is funny.
It's funny how there's legitimate clash of people being like on both sides of that, being like, "Don't ruin our podcast." It's like, dude,
It's like-
everyone's fine, man.
Yeah.
No, there's
The
nothing.
Reddit's not going to influence us.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
That
You
you're
know,
like, there's something bad's happened to where we just the whole thing just switches. It's
if
hilarious.
they took over our Reddit, we're going to, we got to pack it in.
Our Reddit's been over before by Opie and Anthony fans.
Yeah, they got
They got in there
it. Just to say some negative shit.
for like 3 days. It was just pictures of Trump's subreddit. I was like, all right, I guess
Hilarious.
This is what the
Did you see that Trump 30 hours?
no, dude, with George Stepopoulos.
It's so funny. It's nuts, dude.
what was going on?
Well,
I watched it on. I was on the elliptical and I saw like
you gotta
I
watch.
didn't-
Dude,
I didn't hear anything.
You gotta watch it. Trump Dog is nuts.
He's wild.
He's out of control, bro.
When's he coming up for re-election? Like this year, right?
Next year,
Next
2020.
November.
Oh yeah,
So like next November.
yes.
So he's safe for this fall, but next fall he's gonna be like
Next
literally
fall is gonna
running
be.
for president.
Yeah, I mean he already is running.
True. He hasn't stopped.
Never stop. But now it's just like midway through this interview, they're interviewing him outside, and his makeup starts to run off, and like his hair's kind of sweaty. Dude, he looks like blistered.
What the
His
fuck?
skin
dude?
is like red and shitty. It's nuts.
Oh man.
And then at one point, he's so excited to show Stephanopoulos the new Air Force One design.
he designed
He's
it?
like redesigning it, and he,
Well, he was successful
he like
aviation
holds it up
guy.
to the camera, and he's like, "This is it. It looks beautiful, red, white, and blue." And holds it up to the camera and like makes a face, like he like poses for a picture with it on live camera. It's so funny. He's like, you have to see it. There's also a part while he's talking, somebody coughs, and he's like, "Start that over. Let's do that again. If you're gonna cough, go outside." Like yells at this dude for coughing. It was like his chief of staff.
Oh my God.
He's like, "Go outside." It was clear that he gave the wrong answer, and like while he was giving it, someone coughed. So he was like, "Cancel that. Let's do that again." And then he gives a different answer, like a bad answer, but he blames it on someone else. He's like, "Get the room if you're gonna act."
Holy fuck!
Yeah. Of course, they kept the camera rolling
Yeah, of course.
to make him look like a.
That was what was that? 2 days they were with him, or
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
hours, or like roughly a day. Yeah, they were like, because I was reading the captions. I was on the elliptical, just giving it.
Right.
I saw George being like, it was like a bunch of clips of Trump just being like, no, I think you're being a little ridiculous. This is what
Yeah.
you do, George. This is what you
Yeah.
do. And
He's
it was
like, you
like-
act like that sometimes,
and
George.
it was George back in the base,
Yeah.
just being like, "Yo, guys, I did good," didn't I? And it was
Yeah.
like, "Good job, George. You got footage of him acting like it did exactly what we need." I don't know, dude. There was a thing of him versus Joe Biden where they both are giving speeches, being like, "I don't know why the other one's so obsessed with me." Oh, they're apparently obsessed with me, dude. It's so they're two 70-year-olds, dude, just being they obviously obsessed with me. It's like, dude, you old geezers. Why are we even entertaining you? It's so I don't. I mean, dude. I'm just not into all these genarians, dude.
Yeah, and then wait,
Septuagenarians. It's like a 70-year-old.
I know. Is that 7?
Yeah.
70?
Septua.
I don't think it's septua.
Septuagenarians. It's like septa with UA instead of A.
Really?
I saw it in an article. I was like, what the fuck's a septuagenarian? I was like, oh, that's dude. Blizz was doing. I was
Wait, is
telling
octogenarian 80?
yeah, I was telling Blizz was doing a joke saying how he has a drive of an octogenarian.
That's awesome.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, you gotta, and he's so excited to show that he like redesigned the Oval Office. He's
What
like,
did he do?
he gave it like Reagan's rug. That was pretty interesting. You get to pick your desk in the Oval Office. Like certain presidents, there's like a catalog of like 12 different desks.
Where do they keep him?
Which one I don't know, but he got the one that I think Reagan and JFK used to use.
What?
Yeah, dude. Trump Daddy pimped out the Oval Office.
I haven't been keeping tabs on the Oval Office like that. I didn't know.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
looking
know.
nice.
He redid the curtains. Yeah, he just made. He
Well,
tried
yeah,
to make
he
it look
did.
like Reagan's.
He also had to debug it.
And he's all
by the fucking
he's like, I
Oval
put
Office.
flags in. There's a bunch of flags now in the Oval Office. He's like, I did
Really?
that. He's like, that's pretty good, huh? Like, yeah, man. You got to see it. It is fun.
Yeah, man, you're the best.
When his makeup starts to run, first off, in the morning when they interview him, his makeup is crazy. He like goes blackface.
Does he really?
He goes blackface. Like that spray tan he gets in the morning is full blackface. Then he sweats it off midway through the day, and it's just disgusting. His face is like blistered. He's like talking shit.
That'd be funny if journalists all stopped their bullshit and were like, "When did you become the fan?" Everyone would start doing it to him. He's like, I mean,
Yeah, he
everybody's
would.
been pretty cool. If everyone started like, "Dude, you're the best," he would definitely be like,
He would love you.
"That'd be pretty
He'd be
funny."
like, you know what? You're the best. That's
Thank
why
you.
you're the
I know.
best.
If everyone started hitting him with nothing but positive vibes, it'd be so funny to see how far he'd go. That'd be a fun experiment to be like, you have total control and just no one say anything and let him like go about it and just pretend like, yeah, dude, what else should we do? And, see
And
how
just not
far-
do it. And just
see
keep
how-
reporting back to him
Dude,
that it's like, yes, it's working,
That would
dude.
be-
You're killing
well,
it.
Did you ever remember that show I was talking about before on Netflix where the guy does these weird social experiments and
Yeah.
he convinces like someone to push someone off a building?
Yes.
Dude, if they did a social experiment on one of the presidents and like made them seem like they had like dictatorial power,
Yeah.
and to see how far they go, that would be fascinating, dude. To be like, yes, leader. What else? What
What's
else should we
funny,
do?
like, I'm thinking in that you would just have people like fake go up to him and be like, that worked. What else do you got?
Exactly.
That was amazing. Just see what he does. But that's what happened with Mao in China. That's how like 50 million people starved to death.
How?
Was his cabinet kept giving him good news.
They're like, sweet.
Everybody was afraid to tell him what was happening.
What?
So like there'd be massive food shortages, and his cabinet would come in and be like, "You're killing it, dude. This is all working." And
You're the
everyone
fucking
died.
best.
Yeah,
Dude, imagine if you did that social experiment and it just ended with him just like about to nuke China. Like the crew comes out like, no.
yeah, we got you.
This is your. He's like, what? Just comes out of his like a
just has to
total
die.
power stupor.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I didn't starve Africa.
Yeah,
Like, nah, dude, the embargo
Nah, we
wasn't
were lying.
real. We didn't starve
the
Africa.
real president's laughing. You're not even the real president.
Dude, that'd be insane.
fucking
To show
prank.
someone that hard. To be like, you're the president. Step in. You could get one of those guys like whoever's like the fifth in command and be like, all three have been taken out. You're in control, and just let them.
Yeah,
run
dude.
wild.
Have Secret Service rush him into a bunker.
Oh
And be like, we just got terrorist attack. You're the head guy now.
What should we do?
What do we do now?
Dude, that's so fucking. Funny.
That's a sick prank show.
That would be.
Who would you have run it? Probably the kid from Stranger Things.
for sure? Yeah.
That kid.
She's
He's
like-
getting some heat.
Who?
the kid with like the weird teeth from Stranger Things.
What'd he do?
He was he was doing a show where he like basically that show you were talking about, where he like gets people on their first day on the job and pranks them.
See how far. Sees
How far they'll go. But people are making like a fuss about it because
Was it a showbiz
these are people
job
that are
or
like
a regular
desperate.
job?
It's regular jobs. Like these are people that need work, and the kid from Stranger Things is pranking them.
Dude, doing that in show business would be so funny.
I mean,
Just
then you
have
end up with a Weinstein.
This is your big break.
Then
and
it's
to
like, what are you
see
going to do for this part?
True.
You want to see an old man jerk off onto a
Imagine
fern?
doing that with doing a show with young comics and doing that, dude. They would murder people.
Yeah.
You'd be like, no, seriously, Comedy Central wants
Yeah,
you. But
Comedy Central wants you, but you have to accuse this club owner on Twitter. Okay.
I mean, you could get them to do a lot. You could get people to do a lot of shit. Just putting people up against that kind of money.
We could probably do that to some open micers to be guests on this podcast.
We could get
Be
someone.
like, dude, you want to be a guest on here?
Yeah.
This is what you got to do.
Yeah, dude. Write this on Twitter. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We should definitely abuse our power.
Here's one. I didn't
I'm
get
just
done.
waiting until my power gets big enough. That's why I haven't abused it yet. I want to be able to abuse it like
Yeah.
real good.
I didn't get to finish my hatred for Canada. It's not his take, but it was fun to watch the whole thing. Like it was the longest parade.
It's like you hate watch the fucking
Watched it for like 2 hours. I hate watched it before we went to Honest Tom's, and then when I got back, I was still watching it.
You're like, good, it's
It
still
was
on.
still going, and they hadn't made it to the podium yet, which was it was fun to watch their infrastructure fail. And they were like, it started 2 hours late, but here we are. We're gonna still do it. Like the whole thing just sucked.
Yeah,
And they're
dude.
like, America sucks. This is why we like this guy because he protested Trump. That's why he's such a cool coach. And then it's like, oh, there's a shooting. Well, keep the parade going. We're different than America. Oh, military flyover. Oh, we're very different than America.
dude,
like,
that's
are you?
too funny.
Are you
I didn't
different
know
than
about
us?
the
You
shooting.
fuck pussies. They get one championship and they're instantly America.
Yeah, dude,
That's what happens, dude. When you start winning, you become America.
that's true
That's a
That's the
good
curse.
it's a good sign if you have a shooting at your championship parade.
for sure, dude.
It's like we're winning.
yeah, this is
We're doing
nothing.
so well that dudes are freaking out and shooting people.
People are rooting too. Dude.
There was a dude that freaked out in Dallas recently.
What do you do?
He was a incel. He had pictures online of him in like he has one of the sickest pictures. It's him with like an AK, but he's wearing like chainmail and like a knight's helmet,
What the fuck?
holding an anime pillow, like a stall pillow.
His waifu?
Dude, the internet is killing people.
Oh, for sure.
He was full 4chan incel.
Did
I don't
he-
even think he killed anyone.
fired
I think he showed up and got killed.
Dude, there's a lot of people who aren't just like obviously people are going to die no matter what, but there's a lot of people who aren't going to make it through the age of the internet and opioids. Those two combined are wiping people out.
Yeah.
Not even like killing people, but just completely scrubbing their life of just like any chance of doing.
I mean,
anything.
sitting on the internet to the point where you become a mass shooter like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Christchurch guy was like that.
Yeah.
He was saying shit like PewDiePie. He live streamed his shooting. Yeah, he
Jesus
was.
Christ.
I didn't even watch that one. That one was like people told me what it was like, and I was like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
They were like,
Oh,
he had
yeah,
like people
yeah.
huddled
People
into the
huddled on
corner.
thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, man. Well, it's like.
But he was like reciting like 4chan quotes and like internet. And this guy in Dallas recently was like the same thing, where it was like, how dumb are you? How dumb are you?
Well, now with the internet too, it's like people used to compete against like the people in their town, people in their country. Now it's like just like with YouTube, you're in competition with like a huge portion of the world,
Yeah,
and it's like every day you're up against it, and there's like all these viral sensations, and like it's weird because it's actually accessible. Like you could do it.
it's
Or
right
before,
there.
like for the internet, you were a mechanic, and like you're like, yeah, I'll never, I'm just a mechanic. But now it's
Yeah.
like everyone has access to it a little bit, to like celebrity dumb. Dude, it's just not.
That's
good
where you're
for
getting
people.
mechanics making TikToks.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
where
I saw that troop.
Oh, the troop TikToks and cop trick TikToks are so brutal.
Dude, I mean, like, what the
There was one of a mechanic. He had like grease on
dirty
his face,
hands. I
and
do
he's like,
this so she can look like.
he's
this.
like, yeah, I got grease on my face. It's mechanic's war paint. I'm the guy you call when your boyfriend can't nut. And it's like, what?
It's like, wait, huh?
What?
It's like, I think you got to redo that. Dude.
So you're gonna blow the boyfriend? What are you saying? You're gonna make him nut? Is that the problem you're solving?
I'm like watching. He was like, "Yup." Put it
Send
out.
it.
Yeah, man. A lot of people are gonna between like
That group one I posted. is
That's
like
disturbing.
That's the double-edged sword we have with putting troops on a fucking high pedestal. It's like, because now you have retards that are like, I could be a hero. My high school bully made fun of me. Yeah, do you see me now, dude? I'm wearing camouflage. What do you think of me? How do you like me now?
I have a gun.
Yeah, man.
And they watch a couple more YouTubes and like, I'm bringing my gun into public. Hold up while I write this really long letter.
Now, do you think I'm cool? I'm a troop, dude.
That's like the next. If you don't give that guy like a year, he just brings his gun to the mall and he's like,
Forever 21. Check out this cool gun I have. Yeah, that was that book I was reading was talking about how people used to like look down on troops. Like in every culture, they're like, "Oh, you're a soldier? That sucks.
it's a
That fucking blows,
It's a
dude."
shitty job.
Yeah, now our culture's like, troops are the best.
Well, they had to start gassing them up with those cool commercials of them like climbing mountains
Fighting a
and
dragon.
like fighting lightning and yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be kicking down doors and like a woman scared. You're fighting a dragon on a plateau.
You're just bored as fuck.
Yeah, you're just kicking open a door.
All
Like,
of them
Get
are-
the fuck the ground.
All of them are flying helicopters and like jumping on parachutes. It's like, nah, dude, we're gonna drop you off in like a shitty Jeep
Yeah, your job is to carry cases of water.
and like go. Like we know we're like, sort of. I
Yeah,
don't
someone told us to.
know. It's like just forget them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Like, is that the dragon? Yeah, that's the dragon.
that's
That innocent man leaving his mosque.
Can I still carry my sword? It's like, nah, that's just for dress up time,
Dude, that old, I think I talked about it a while ago. There was an article that was wild in the Atlantic about these Navy SEALs going rogue. They were carrying hatchets. They were carrying tomahawks.
Oh, when they're over
They're
there,
like, you got to get blood on your tomahawk. They were like scalping people.
What the? Fuck?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot of those dudes come home too. A lot.
Yeah, they all come home. Most of them
I'm
come
saying
home.
like a lot of them come home and get kind of swept up into like criminal activity. Because it's like if you're out here doing your thing and
Get that
some
adrenaline.
dude comes bumbling back, you're like, hey man, you want to make some money? It's like I'm going to drive a ton of drugs across the country. You sit in the truck, and if anyone does anything,
Freak out.
shoot that
Just
fucking gun.
freak out like you used to. Oh,
Some
man.
dude used to claim. I knew some dude who used to claim that they're like, yeah, like this guy was saying, like when he drives over like a tractor trailer full of, they would drive like hundreds of pounds, and they're like, when he pulls up in the warehouse, a guy comes out with like full troop gear with a gun out of the thing in case anyone tries to set him up. I was like, all right, dude. Sure you weren't watching fucking Bad Boys?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
In real life, it's just some guy Subaru who like with like 5 pounds of weed. And they're like, hurry up, get it out of here.
I have a pocket knife.
And then the troops came out with the
The
helmet.
troops were there, and the troops, they were getting so much. I want everyone to know we support the troops.
For sure.
We support the humble troops, not the troops trying to get
I
paid
like the
being
troops who are like, it's a job. I go over there and,
Yeah, hell
it's like, yeah, dude, it's
yes.
I like that.
Dude, TikTok has ruined troops for me.
I do feel bad that I feel bad that they have to go over there because when they now they have access to like the internet and they can like
They can find out why they're
they can read about while they're over there.
Yeah.
I was talking to the one guy and he's like, yeah, it kind of like sucks when you read about like why we're actually over there and like you kind of understand it's more about oil than anything else and it's like,
Yeah, but you got to come to terms with that. You got to be
you
like,
would
yo,
think.
we're here to secure this empire.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
get in a stormtrooper mode for sure.
yeah.
But it's like then you watch the new Star Wars and it's like you just feel like a stormtrooper.
You got to be the stormtrooper that jumps to the other side, dude. You got to Bergdahl
Join
out.
ISIS?
You got to be Bo Bergdahl.
enjoying ISIS.
And just be like, yo, I'm with you guys now.
Clearly, or triple agent, dude. That'd be sick to double agent ISIS. Just shed the first night. Like, oh god, it didn't work.
Yeah,
Just get raped 10 times. Like, how's it going? You're like, pretty rough over here.
it's not good, guys. I got to be honest with you. The troop TikTok, there's one of like this kid's making a video of like a frat bro trying to drink.
Yeah.
And then he's like, sorry, bro, I'm military. And he holds up like a bottle of yak. Sorry, bro, I'm military. I'm not a frat bro chugging beer.
Yeah, and then he drinks Jack and like gets a demerit.
Cries,
He gets a
pulls a gun
demerit
out.
from his weird like uncle boss. No drinking, boy.
Yeah, the troops are having a rough time, dude.
For sure,
Troops
dude.
are not having fun.
Oh, dude. This is arguably like a pretty bad time. Again, you have the access to the internet. You can research. You get that 20 G's when you sign up. They keep sending me emails about that. I'm like, guys, stop.
You're close.
You're going to get me on the
You're gonna
wrong.
get
They've
me.
already got me close where I'm like,
Nah,
all
it's
right,
like I could get it. I could use a new Civic.
Exactly. I'm like, I get 20 G's and I'm sure I can. I'm like, no,
You already tuck in your shirt and wear reflective glasses.
It's true.
You tuck in a t-shirt.
Sure.
If
I'm
you
stealing
walked,
valor.
if you walked past the recruiter's office, they'd be like, Here comes an easy one, dude. This guy's got reflectors.
Get the video of the sword hitting lightning. We got this guy.
Dude, if you saw a video of lightning,
Dude, if you play Jeeps driving through the mud and play Enter Sandman to it, I'm instantly in a
like,
trance.
how do I get in that Jeep?
If you hit me a 20 grand check and it's like, I'm like, I'm absolutely powerless against this propaganda. Sign me up.
I mean, they did tap in perfectly to the psyche.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's the best propaganda? It's like Metallica and lightning.
Yeah.
You're gonna get white trash swarming to this thing.
I don't even know what we're fighting about, but I'll definitely join. Well, dude, I remember when I became old enough to realize, like, when Black Hawk Down and those movies started coming out a lot. I remember being like following the news and seeing them come out. I'm like, all right, clearly being propagandized.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You can release those movies, and I guarantee those things spike up. Like the people joining up.
Oh,
I
recruiting?
guarantee it
Yeah.
spikes. Like Saving Private Ryan, people are probably like,
Saving Private Ryan, yeah.
any war movie. I'm sure, like, when those guys, the Mark Wahlberg, when he was like the last dude alive and like was hiding out in the village or whatever.
Last Dude Alive. That was the name
Last
of the movie.
Dude, yeah, Last
Lone
Dude
Survivor.
When the guy from The Office fights in
Benghazi.
Apparently, Valerie Jarrett watched that entire thing go down on like a live cam.
What?
That's why Roseanne was like talking shit.
Really?
Again, this is like
Wait,
wild.
Valerie Jarrett was what? Did
Valerie Jarrett was like.
the
Hillary
terrorists
Clinton.
tap her in? Was she watching their GoPros?
No, I don't know why they did that, but apparently they're saying like they knew that was going to happen, and Jarrett sat there the entire time and watched it and just told everyone to stand down. Why?
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah,
You're getting fake news, dude.
I could be.
You're getting the news
I
that
could
guy
be.
Alice got.
You think so?
Yes. You guys got the same feed.
I'm good. I get it.
Get a pillow.
I'm about to hit Express right now with a fee gun.
Like, you see this gun? I'm powerful. You see how powerful I am?
Let's get tased.
Dude, those Trump guns we were talking about are real, and that's
Really?
horrible.
That's pretty scary.
Dude, Errol, it says like stock news. It's like, dude, someone's gonna shoot a journalist
George
and be like,
Stepukoulis, dude.
Stephanopoulos got a little cocky during that. I need to load up my gold Trump gun.
Oh my god.
I wonder if they think it's like the golden gun in 007. Where if like you hit him once anywhere, he's
You're
dead.
done.
Yeah.
It could be the golden gun. I was actually walking around with Spud in the hospital before he went to the surgery, and I literally we were going in circles, and we were in this hospital. I didn't know where I was going, and I got like literal 007 frustration when you're walking on a board and you're like,
Did you crouch behind a box?
I should have.
Got a wooden crate?
It was like the third time we were back in the same place, and I was like, I was literally like, why is this? I'm like, oh, this is why I don't play 007, because I just get lost on the board, and I'm like, this sucks. Someone just shoots me. I'm like, this, dude. This sucks.
Man, getting 007, that was frustrating. You guys like, you know that noise he used to make?
Yeah, some had to be odd job, and he was so small and hard to shoot. It was like, dude, no odd job. That was a bullshit move.
That was.
Being odd
That was
job.
like being Vic in Madden.
Yeah.
There's a couple big ass moves.
Yeah. Cousin Bob was Vic all the time.
Was he? Yeah. Cousin Bob was a punk, dude.
He was good too. He'd run with Vic, and it was
You just
like,
scramble out of the pocket, make everyone run flies.
Yeah, you're
That's
fucked.
a bullshit move.
Dude.
Troops wouldn't do that.
No way, dude. Troops would never get bullied anymore.
Troops are done with their high school bullies.
What song was he playing again? Oh,
Okay,
it was-
how you doing? Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, the Lil Wayne
I'm
song.
going in, my little Wayne.
Yeah.
I love how he gets pushed, and he like,
He's like, okay.
okay, I see how you're doing.
You think you're tough, man? Check this out. I'm in the reserve.
I work the stock
I'm a
room.
weekend warrior.
Dude, I was actually laughing thinking about someone doing a TikTok where it was like, why do good girls like, and at the end it just switches to a dude in a Klan outfit, and he's just like,
That's a good one, dude.
that would be hilarious.
We should start TikTok.
Or a guy, same thing, a guy just in Nazi memorabilia, and it's like, what a good guys, like bad boys. It's total dash. I'm like, dude, how's no one done that? That'd be hilarious.
They probably have. I don't know. I haven't
I don't
seen it. I
think
would have
so.
come across my
'Cause
desk.
I was sitting there driving with Brittany was driving me, and I was like laughing, thinking in my head, I was like thinking about where someone could even order a Klan outfit from. And there's one was like, "What are you laughing at?" And I was like,
Just trying to figure out how to order.
too hard.
Klans.
Too hard to explain.
It's be a bad explanation. I was just thinking about how to get my Klan robe.
I just wondering where people buy them from.
They make them. They make them easy.
But I guess you got to go online and be like,
I was reading about it. I think some dude in Tennessee
just makes them.
has been making them for years.
Good
That's
living.
that's his business.
It's good living.
This is
Does he deck them out? But like when you get to like a purple belt,
Yeah, I don't know.
you can sustain
How
the
do you
N word.
get- how do you-
sustain the N word for like 30 seconds straight?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you get the purple hat, dude. If you can creep down, hit like a full belly, they're like, all right, dude, here you're the leader now. Imagine being the
Grand Dragon?
yeah. You gotta hate black people so much, dude.
Yeah, but they go on this, like, we don't hate black people. We just want them to go back to where they came from. They have like a
Damn.
hard, like, we're not racist. We want white people to be alone. That's their whole thing.
So they're not racist now.
Yeah, I think that's their I think the Klan's reforming.
It's like when you
to
get
stay alive.
dude. It's like when you get so high you think you're sober. You're like, no, actually, no,
yeah.
I'm not. What I'm proposing here is perfectly fair.
Yeah.
Just leave our country and go away.
I just saw a movie about it with this dude that was in the Klan. It's a true story, and then a black lady like befriends him, and he like chills out.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah, with Sam Rockwell's in it.
Oh, I
But,
saw like a documentary version of that.
But that's the same story as anything like that alt-right documentary, everything, where it's like if somebody just talks to these dudes, they're like, well, you guys aren't so bad.
Exactly.
I just wanted a friend, to be honest. Like dude, that hot Indian chick, that like hot Muslim chick kept interviewing these alt-right dudes that were just like, well, I guess you're all right. Like, you seem nice.
I'd hang out with you.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
like, yeah, well, now we're friends, right? It's like all these guys are just lonely losers.
Yeah, man.
They should become troops.
I don't understand why they don't.
Like, how you like me now?
Dude, I don't understand why they don't snatch these guys up and just let them go do like digital recon. Like all those autists and like, look, you guys don't even have to show up.
Yeah, but
We're gonna put you on the payroll.
that's a risk.
But the autists won't.
Those
sell
boys
out.
will not.
Yeah,
They have
you wanna
no
give them-
gods, no
you wanna give them
masters.
Q level clearance, dude.
Nah, they're gonna be posting that on the Reddit tonight.
True, dude. That's true. You're gonna hire an army of Snowdens,
Yeah,
which would be tight.
which should be tight.
That'd be awesome, dude. I'm
Yeah.
stoked on Assange. I need Assange to get out, dude.
Everyone does think our military, like, we're gonna get hacked by the Asians. The Chinese are gonna hack us.
Yeah, with the Hawaii, the 5G.
I don't know, dude. If we do need to start whipping our autists into shape, getting them to be like, boys, serve our country, make us
tough.
proud.
You gotta
Because the
promise.
Chinese are all autists.
Yeah,
Every one of them can hack.
true. That's like the Foot
You know?
Clan. Dude. They got the
What are we
5G
saying?
now. Well,
Yeah,
dude, you
yeah,
know who's
yeah.
claiming to be? I told you who's claiming to be autistic. Anna Gatsby.
Oh my god.
She's claiming autism now. Where it's like, dude, if someone hasn't taken you aside at some point and be like, yo, bro, I got some news for you.
yeah,
You're kind of autistic. If that hasn't happened and you're like 30, you're not autistic.
yeah, true.
Someone had to have taken like the fact that you're just like, I'm just realizing now that it's like
I am autistic.
yeah, I don't know if that works that way.
Shut up.
Imagine just reading the WebMD and she was like, yes,
Oh man.
that too.
Yeah.
That's dude. Apparently there's a TED talk. I haven't watched it yet. Obviously, I'm just talking out my ass.
Wait,
but
it is a TED talk?
yeah, it's her being like her unveiling. It's like when when Puff Daddy unveiled himself as Diddy. She's basically unveiling herself as an autist. She gave a TED talk about like I think
It's
again,
good that she decided to call it a TED talk this time instead of a comedy special.
Oh my God, I know.
The first one was a TED talk.
I watch a lot of TED talks for school, dude. They're pretty brutal.
That must have been a tough sell. Whoever that agent was, good for them for sitting down in that office and being like, "Do you want to call it that, or why don't we? Let's just call it a TED talk." You